Bryson Law Firm. We're local. Our headquarters are in Lafayette, and we have offices statewide. Or visit brysonlawfirm.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm, the Bryson Law Firm. Results may vary. LSBA filing number LA2316155.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it'd go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
At Oshner Health, we know that you are 100% unique, and so is your path to great health. That's why we connect you to expert care that's as distinct as you are. From supporting healthy hearts to healthy kids, our physician and care teams provide access to more than 90 specialties. We're committed to keeping you and our community the best that you can be. Oshner Health. Long live you.
Batter up, Baton Rouge. It's pollen season, and Benny's Car Wash is stepping up to the plate. Prepare for pollen with the Benny's Wash Club, starting at just $17.99 a month. Swing by your nearest Benny's or sign up online at bennyscarwash.com. Benny's Car Wash, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Tuesday, March 18th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk LSU versus UNO in the midweek, the New Orleans Saints' latest draft projections, and some spring football news from LSU. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Dude, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Louisiana, baby, back in the studio, feeling great. T-Bob, Jake, Alondra, and Tay-Tay hanging out with you today. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, had a great Monday. Shout out to Dreams Come True. If you're at the golf tournament yesterday, I hope you had a great time. But deeply, deeply happy to be back here in the studio with the homies with a great show, a full document planned for you today. What's up, guys? How we feeling this morning? Jakey, what's up, brother? How's your March Madness coming along?
Yeah, I know. It's going back and forth. There's a lot of matchups that, as they should be, are difficult selections, but I do love it. It's my favorite time of the year outside of, football season, but during this time of year, not only do you have March Madness, you got college baseball, softball, gymnastics, like you got the entire gambit of sports. And so always enjoy it, but now just trying to fill out the perfect bracket.
The infinite quest for the perfect bracket, something that has never been done and will.
Is that wild to you that's never been done? I know it's so many teams.
Well, it's not wild to me because what's the math on it? It's like can somebody find me what the math is on a perfect bracket? I think it's like essentially. I think it's like essentially infinite, right? Like chess is a game that maybe is not technically infinite, but is basically infinite.
1 in 9.2 quadrillion.
There you go. See?
That's not a real number.
Exactly. That's like chess says something called like geometric.
Q, I don't know.
It says quintillion.
That's not a real number either.
It says
it does not surprise me.
It says practically nil is what it was saying.
It said 9.2 Q.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
I've never heard
quintillion. Good job.
Before.
Well, I just have the full. I just have the full word pulled up. I don't know that number.
I would have said quadrillion. But yeah, it's like chess says. I think it's called like geometric exponential growth or something. But basically, yeah, within like 4 moves, there's more combinations than there are like sands on the beaches of the earth. There's something more possibilities. So in that same way, no, it doesn't. It doesn't flow. Well, I guess what does surprise me is that the math gets that high, because I'm not smart enough to understand exactly why. Maybe so. What does not, though, is that it's never been done. But hey, what if you do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if you do it? What's the closest bracket ever to being perfect?
So I was trying to.
I mean, Google it, Tay-Tay. See if you can find something. I'm sure Gemini will spit something out, even if it's wrong.
Wasn't Bijan Robinson like super close one year?
I'm sure he had a good one, but I'm talking about like the closest with the bullet objectively. Here's how many this person got correct. I wonder how close somebody's gotten.
Closest anyone has ever gotten on the men's side was an Ohio man in 2019 who predicted the entire tournament into the Sweet 16, which that's pretty.
Oh wow.
That's pretty crazy.
We're far away.
So we haven't even, we haven't even really
to her point, like that's
we're not
crazy
even
to predict the
whispering
Sweet
to
16, but like there's still 3 more rounds after that.
Damn. Now, granted, 3 more rounds with the significantly less choice each time.
True.
Oh man. Okay, so not even close.
Yeah.
Jake, what if you do it?
Oh, but they've only been tracking online brackets since 2016.
Yeah, but.
So.
Yeah, fair.
But still, there's like
I feel
millions of brackets every year on like each individual site.
Yeah, even though we think of pre-internet, even though it's technically pre-internet, as kind of the Stone Age, if somebody had a perfect bracket, there would have been local news stories. Like surely it would have, it would have been a big deal.
Yeah. And they would have won probably some significant money, because like everybody that offers. Like even us, like we do the bracket challenge here, and you win something.
Are we filling out our brackets today, or are we going to wait till after these play-in games?
I always like to wait till after the play-in.
Yeah, right.
But
I mean, so we would do it. We would have to do it Thursday morning then.
Okay.
And we'd have to put some feet to the fire to make sure it gets done.
Tourney starts Friday, right?
No, it starts tonight.
Yeah.
Play-ins tonight, tomorrow in Dayton, and then Thursday morning, probably around 10, typically, T?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
When we get out here, usually we stop and watch a couple minutes of the first game.
Yeah, we've done remotes before, watching the game. So, yeah, let's hold each other accountable. Thursday, after the play-ins, we will make our brackets.
Guess who broke bracket challenge? Guess who broke all Ohio Greg's perfect bracket? Tennessee got upset.
Yeah,
losers.
that's what I was about to say. I was reading more into it. Yeah, in overtime, 99-94.
They also like to point out that to point out that he's a neurologist. I'm like, bro, that doesn't matter. Why'd you put that in there?
What the hell? So you say that roll in your eyes, but you are actually right, because it's not a sign of intelligence. A perfect bracket, like it is just luck. So you could be a neurologist, or you could be a garbage man. You could be a steelman, a radio host, even. Jake, what if you get a perfect bracket?
That would be insane.
And say something. If I got a perfect bracket, I'm sharing it with everybody in this room, and we're going and we're having a time.
I mean, you know what sucks? So it's like, what if you get a perfect bracket, but you weren't entered in any big money competitions? Like, so you do a perfect bracket, but you're not entered in any big money competitions. Would there be anything more frustrating on the planet? Because you would deserve at least $1 million.
At least.
But
Also, like,
nobody's
a
just
lot
going
of-
to give it to
okay,
you if you
that's true.
didn't enter it.
Think about this.
Like,
though.
what?
Like, think about how much
No,
money.
guys, look at what I
No,
did.
but I did this thing.
Think about how much money people get for like winning the lottery. Most of these are like 250,
True.
500,000. You're like, what I did was way harder.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like somebody wins the lottery every time there is one.
Somebody just needs to come together and just give me a few million, actually, to your point, Taylor, because I got a perfect bracket.
What if one of us? Okay, so we can all do our normal brackets, but what if one of us like does an AI one? Like we ask AI
My dad did one yesterday.
with AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I didn't get his results. But
I
he did one
know
yesterday.
I am getting left behind at the station, leaving meat on the bone, failing to rise to the challenge of the modern times.
Yeah.
But F AI.
Yeah.
You have fun over there with your little robot buddies picking games.
Yeah.
Not me, because I got blood in my veins. Okay?
You were telling me the other day how you enjoyed robot umpires and you couldn't wait till baseball got robot umpires.
Yeah, I'm literally the biggest enemy of not the biggest, but I have been incredibly consistent and incredibly vocal on the fact that I loathe the idea of robot
I've
umpires.
never used it. Like I don't really know a lot about it. I've never used AI for anything.
I never have either. To be
ran
fair.
into a very interesting thread about it the other day.
I just have where AI and me got off on an awful foot.
Oh my god!
Because there's nothing crazy here. I've just always loved concept art.
Yeah.
Right? For movies, games, whatever. I buy art books of movies that I love all the time. I have bookshelves full of them. I just like to, get in a good little headspace and sit down and just look at these. And now it infuriates me that you can sit there, just type something, like you've just completely erased the artist entirely. You can type in whatever you want, and in 0.5 seconds, there's an image. Compared to a person who used to sit there and actually think about it, create it. And so it makes me angry in that specific instance. And that's just a sign of the larger thing that's going to happen to all of us.
And that's fair.
Eventually.
But I don't think that you should be angry about that because people can tell that it's fake and nobody really actually likes it.
Oh, for
But that's the horrifying
So,
part of AI is that this is an evergreen statement.
Yeah.
Today is the worst that AI will ever be.
I don't know. It's pretty stupid.
Exactly. Now, go look 2 years ago.
I just don't ever
Go
think
look
that
at
it'll
deep fake
go
video.
into,
Go
like,
look at deep fake videos 1 year ago, and look today. Look at fake voices that you could do 1 year ago,
Yeah.
and look today.
Well, I just
And
don't
then
think
understand that
you can
quantum
ever-
computing's right around the corner pretty
Yeah.
soon here.
Mhm.
We are done, and so you
Are we
got to
cooked?
make a choice. Are you with the humans? Or are you with the robots? Okay.
Yeah.
All of us have got to make a choice. And I know where I stand. I don't drink oil. I drink
What?
liquor. Okay?
Oh,
Like a
okay. I see
man
what we're
and a
doing.
woman. Yeah. Okay? I don't got rusty knees. I got brittle knees. Like a man.
I thought you were about to say callous knees for sure.
I don't know how to code crap. I have no idea how coding works.
No, me either.
I might as well be an illiterate medieval peasant. You ain't going to catch me hanging out with these computers. Unless you can sleep with them. And then maybe, but that'll be the only context.
I don't think it's that bad for like now, I guess.
It does freak me out, though, that our entire life is ruled by computer code.
Yeah.
And I barely even understand. Actually, I'm going to say I don't even understand
don't get
really
it
the
at all.
concept of coding, how it works.
No.
Is that not crazy? Like, we all look back at those medieval people. We make fun of them for being illiterate. Aren't we all functionally illiterate in that way? Scary thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we supposed to start with?
I don't know.
LSU midweek game tonight, baby. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
So, I'm just going to be upfront. It's going to be a very quick overpass, and I took all my information from Hunt Palmer's preview on LouisianaSports.net. So, LouisianaSports.net, no matter what you want to, I mean, look, anything, your Saints, your Tigers, anything, it's all there. Hunt does an excellent job with LSU. And here it is. Here's a fun fact that I didn't know. LSU's won 15 straight for the first time since 2017. Gives a little extra juice to the midweek games, right?
Yeah.
Winning streak on the line. Want to enter a top five matchup in Austin as good a form as possible. UNO right now 11-7 on the year. They just swept Incarnate Word. They appear to hit very well. They scored 30 runs over the weekend. They have 4 players that are 370 or better. They're averaging 8 runs a game, and they're led by Bryce Callaway. And this guy sounds like a character, guys. He's 6'5", 240. He's hitting 408, 8 home runs, 25 ribbies, and he pitches as well. So be on the lookout for Bryce Callaway. And there it is, a UNO preview. What are y'all watching for tonight? I mean, look, it's basically
look, you got to do what you got to do. Just continuing the same. I mean, you just swept an SEC series. You mentioned it. You win 15 games in a row. We know Jay Johnson takes these midweek games serious. I mean, he does everything with a purpose, with a plan. There's no wasted swings, no wasted pitches, no wasted games, which I appreciate about him. And so we saw over the weekend everything kind of just got a little tighter, right? The lineup got tighter. There wasn't as many people mixing in and out. Is he going to use these midweek games to kind of go back and do what he was doing before conference play started, as far as a ton of people are playing, got pinch hitters, pinch runners, defensive replacements, or is he going to try to continue what they started this weekend?
Well, yeah, I mean, as, again, Hunt highlights, with the 3 lefties over the weekend, you had 3 Braswell games in a row. Do you see Tanner Reeves back at third son, who was red hot entering conference play? Do you see Cade behind the plate since Hernandez got all 3 starts over the weekend? Maybe get William Schmidt out there, make up for a little bit of a bumpy outing.
Well, he said no more Tuesdays, but
oh, that's true.
On the show last week,
it's true. Maybe not. Maybe this is a nice. Maybe one more.
Yeah.
Maybe just one more.
Yeah.
Just one more Tuesday. Alondra Tate, y'all looking for anything in particular tonight?
I just always like to see which pitchers he throws, see if you can get any extra, like, in the weekend rotation out of the pen, stuff like that. I mean, as far as batting, no. I mean, I expect LSU to hit well.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think LSU's offense is beyond reproach right now. We know how good they are. Obviously, UNO's firepower, their strength as well. So after the kind of wobbles out of some of the pin this week, and absolutely that's kind of what the part you'd be locked into more. Londra, what about you?
Yeah, I just wonder if he'll throw Connor Ware back out there. He threw a few pitches this weekend, but see if he can get right from the last game. That wasn't, like, he's not terrible, but it just, he wobbled last game a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, look, that would describe pretty much the entire pin. Or and that we did it, we they did a good job of limiting the damage while having some wobbles. Tennessee number 1 in all 5 polls now. Good. Let them get fat and happy and lazy.
Yeah.
And prepare to be slaughtered.
It's not a shock. I mean, they swept.
No, they should be
top 10 Florida.
No, they should be,
and they were number 2.
Hate to say it, but they're really good.
T-Bot, my robot son, is calling me a Luddite, which I guess Nikki says are the textile workers in 1800s England vandalizing the mechanical looms to prevent, them losing their jobs.
Yeah. So
it's kind of interesting to think about. Like everything else in life, this is nothing new, I suppose, even if it's a more extreme version of it. Good. I'm proud to be a Luddite. Okay. I know where I stand, and history will look back on me fondly, or not at all, because the robots will erase me, knowing that I'm too dangerous to their eventual cause.
AI will never be able to tell a story about being in a porta potty and getting Poseidon's kiss, though.
It's true.
I just don't think that's true, unfortunately.
It is.
I think that sort of stuff is probably on the further afield.
Let me see.
further afield, but
I'm about to do a little.
What do you call it?
I'm about to do a little research
the porta
here.
potty water splashes you.
when AI starts being funny, that's when we're cooked.
Yeah.
It's just like, isn't that what they say about learning a language? When you can start making jokes, like you can start making jokes, understanding jokes, doing humor, that's when you fully know the language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same type deal.
You've really put some time and thought into this. You're a little worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's without even seeing Black Mirror season 7.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, see, I don't watch Black Mirror, so maybe I don't have the same feelings.
I don't know when we got up to 7 seasons. I think I've probably missed like 3 or 4. I'm not sure how many I've seen or haven't seen. I don't know. I'm just too chronically online. Probably at the end of the day is my biggest problem. Anyway.
So do you love or hate technology? Which one is it?
It's funny because I think I loved technology my entire life growing up, and
until this,
I'm just a little.
They took it too far.
I'm just a little worried on multiple fronts about what it means for all of us.
You know, you can like screenshot your, because it kind of is already funny. So you can screenshot your Instagram. This was like a trend people were doing a while back, and you screenshot your Instagram page and you put it into AI and you're like, roast me, and it'll like roast you based on.
So it already can make jokes.
It's funny.
We got Ribbon AI out there.
Ask ChatGPT to
somebody do Big Fave.
Oh my god.
Yes.
They'll be like, that shirt's
Meat moop. I'm
your
about
size
to
is
rip
too
you.
small for you. How many cheesecakes did you have?
I don't know. Look, there is also the more optimistic view. I think Origin by Dan Brown kind of plays with a more optimistic view where we kind of merge with the AI and it could, we all become cyborgs of sorts, which we're not far off from. Your phone's on you 24/7. A lot of us are walking around with AirPods in as well, maybe even an iWatch. What? Just because it's not inside your body? Your phone might as well be a part of your body.
Yeah.
So already kind of cyborgs. So in that view, maybe we merge with them and enter a new sort of golden era.
Yeah.
Free from resource scarcity and other human stuff. But I don't know. You look at history, it's not generally how things play out, but we'll see. So Cam Ward wants to play for the Saints. We'll talk about it next.
Off the bench.
Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Guys, go to gotommys.com, GEAUX Tommys.com, GEAUX Tommys.com. You work with Tommy's, you're going to see the difference clearly. You want Hardy Plank, Gravado Siding, Winter Vinyl Windows, you want any type of door. What do you want? Tommy's. When do you want it? Now! Get lifetime warranties, energy efficient options that pay for themselves over time. Are you kidding me? Go Tommys.com.
Go to the website today and you'll see testimonials of what they've already done in the greater Baton Rouge area for your neighbors. But always remember, they can customize your job. So whatever you've got in your mind, have Tommy, the team come out, tell them what you're looking for. They're going to be able to get it done for you. So go to the website today, kind of get everything scheduled, ready to go. Because one of the things we always talk about with Tommy, with the team, is they're going to make sure that you are happy. Your satisfaction is the most important thing to them. Go to the website today, gotommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James, and whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-11.
He was working through college.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Big voice lady, definite AI. He had a car.
Happy 318 day.
Oh, how about it, Bo?
Yeah.
No woman and a child.
Enjoy it to those who celebrate.
Happy 318 day. If you're listening to Shreveport and it's in the future right now because it's the afternoon, I hope you had a great day.
Yep. There you go.
I hope you had a great day.
Yeah, so you don't need robots to talk to the future.
Nope. It's going to be a while before they can produce something like this.
So I actually debated
doing the AI OTB song.
Not the
don't ever do
OTB
that
song.
again, please.
Not the OTB song. You know, I keep finding those country songs that are like AI made.
Yes.
I was just going to find those and play that.
And they
just
are-
wait, hold up. Just like Jay Johnson doesn't waste a pitch,
know,
a swing,
don't waste a rep.
waste a rep.
They
We only get what? 3,
9
6,
songs.
9? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be wasting reps. Major League Baseball started today.
In Japan.
Hey, did you know
My
Paul
wife
Skenes got
legitimately in
called up?
college one time
No.
pronounced it Japan.
No.
Yeah.
In
It was a bad
college?
moment. Yeah.
So she went through like
Caitlin.
all of her
She just had a
childhood.
brain fart. Just had a brain fart. I remember taking a test one
Ulterior.
time in high school, and for some reason I saw the word triple, and it just wasn't. I was reading it as triple, or like I was like, had no idea what word it was, and I called the teacher. I was like, what word is this?
No.
And they just looked at me like I was an idiot. They're like, I can't tell you. And I was like, I don't know.
Everybody
I
has
just
it.
got
Like
the question wrong.
my sister, this was like 5 years ago. I mean, so she was probably 25, 26 at the time. Like, had never seen the word epitome written. Like everybody knows epitome. He was reading it.
Epitome.
He was reading.
Yeah.
She was reading it. She goes, "What's an epitome?"
Yeah,
And I was like, "That's epitome."
That's an understandable
Yeah, yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's
But
an
she- she's like,
understandable.
I've never
we've
actually
all,
seen it
I
written.
did the epitome thing as well the first time I saw epitome spelled out. Yeah, so baseball starts today, and Alondra, big news out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Paul Skenes got called up.
Oh, wow. They're going to give him the start?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Isn't that crazy?
You don't know what we're referencing. The Pirates, who I feel like are kind of lame. I mean, remember they offered that kid like nothing for that sick car.
and they could be
They offered
so
him like
cool.
they offered him
I
like
know.
season
lame.
tickets and
They've
like a
got
jersey.
they've got
Kutch
great
is like,
everybody
yeah.
in Pittsburgh has the same color concept.
Yeah.
Every major team, so great color concept,
Yeah.
unity with the other teams. You come out of this tunnel, and all of a sudden there's this amazing baseball field with this awesome bridge.
Yeah, it is a cool video,
Great
isn't it?
scene. You got a pirate as your mascot. So many great things you can do with that. You've had Barry Bonds. I mean, so many great Andy Van Slyke. I mean, Berto Clemente. I mean, so many that we could just go on. And you're kind of lame. Like you're lucky to have Paul Skenes right now.
Yeah, and now again, this was a social media misstep. They were trying to like a video last year, like when Skenes got told he was going to be in the All-Star game or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's in the manager's office, and they're kind of awkwardly talking about how he's feeling and everything. And
how's your bullpen?
Yeah, I know. He's like, I'm actually not that sore, like probably not sore, whatever. And then, I'm sure Skenes' nose is being filmed. I don't know. They're trying to make it look like a hidden camera. And then he's like, well, congratulations. You're going to get your first opening day. I mean, just bring it up. But he's like, you're going to get your first opening day start. And Skenes' like, oh, okay. Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah.
I mean, Paul doesn't have a ton of emotion anyway.
No. And it's not really Paul's reaction as much as it is, I wanted to yell at the computer, no-ish, Sherlock. Yeah. What are you talking about? Like somebody quote tweeted it, and their tweet now has it's like up to 3 million views, and it says, this is like J.J. Redick telling LeBron he's going to start tonight. Like, of course, Paul Skenes, the one positive part of your franchise, is going to start opening day.
Hey, Bron, we're putting you in the first five.
I mean, come on, dude. Here's the video.
How you doing? How was your bullpen?
It was good.
Everything felt good?
Yeah.
How's your body?
Good. Really good.
No worries?
No, like barely even sore after the last outing.
Really?
Yeah. I'm moving well.
Moving well?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to be like super sore, but like kind of abnormally not sore.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You watching this?
A little bit.
That was last pitch at 100. Punch out, fastball down and away. Love that.
What's Barco at right now?
It's been 95. Slider's been like 86. So it's hard to believe a year ago.
Yeah.
This was you pitching this, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of a whirlwind.
A little bit.
All right. But you get your first opening day start.
Wow.
Oh, congrats, brother.
Appreciate it.
There you go. Pretty cool.
Sweet.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Again, that is a cool moment. That is a cool moment.
Right.
My deal is.
I mean, you just went quickly into it too, though.
It did not need to be filmed and put online.
No.
That could have stayed behind closed doors.
It really
like
could.
that's not the feel good. He's not some like sweet story anymore. He's a killer. Okay,
He's not like a guy that grinded in the minors for like 6 years.
No,
Yeah.
like we all knew he was gonna start opening day.
Like he has an opportunity to be the best pitcher of his generation.
Yeah. Come on now.
What would have been funny is if they would have completely goofed it and like turned the camera around and there's a guy standing in the corner with like a giant camera. Like that would have been a lot better. Like intentionally goof it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like
Instead of the hidden
Office
camera, it's a guy
style,
with, like, a
do
huge-
straight mockumentary style.
Yeah.
I mean, what would have been really funny, but I wouldn't have liked what it would have meant, is if he asked how the bullpen went and Skenes was like, I got a feeling in my elbow. Yeah, it's like, oh no, this video, no, it's not working at all anymore. But no, he felt abnormally good. Let's freaking go, dude.
Yeah, like Sean said, he started the damn All-Star game.
I know, he started like, come on, coach, what are we doing here? But
what do you hand him there, though?
That seems like some kind of, I don't know, it seems like maybe some like trophy or something for starting.
Paul Skenes bobblehead.
Start.
Paul Skenes bobblehead.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe
I mean, it was the same size of the box.
You son of a gun.
I
you
was
had me
thinking,
for a second.
like maybe like an expensive bottle of liquor or something.
Yeah, it could have been. It
Yeah.
looks like that in
Yeah.
that box for sure. But good on Paul Skenes. Hell yeah. Starting opening day. Freaking love it.
I know a lot of people don't appreciate maybe his style and his delivery and his personality, but y'all have to understand, he's not there to entertain us off the field or off the mound.
No.
He is, like T-Bob said, he is a killer.
Yeah.
He is worried about striking people out, getting people out, and winning his starts. And I actually think that's probably what's going to keep him who he is for a very long time.
True.
It's all about baseball. It's all about getting better. He might not have the personality that you want, but he doesn't care about you or you having that feeling towards him.
We're actually having him on the Rome Fast Hour today. I'm excited. I don't think I've ever gotten
to come on
talk to him.
OTB.
I'm going to try to butter him up and see if I can get him to like me. And then if I can, maybe we can get some of that going as well.
Tell him he fist bumped me at the game one time.
I'll tell him.
That'll get us on.
I'll be like, hey, Paul, you fisted my producer Alonzo one time in the game.
I knew you were going to do that.
Do you remember that?
7:30.
I mean, you walked into it. That's not really my fault.
No, I did not.
Yeah, as soon as you said that,
you threw me a meatball over the middle of the plate.
I said
Okay,
bump.
it's a 3-1 count, and you got scared.
Yep.
And you
No,
threw
I
me
didn't
a
get
meat,
scared.
just a big fatty, right over the middle.
Like, as soon as you said that, I was like, I'm going to be disappointed if T-Bub doesn't.
You know what I do when I see a big fatty? I crank it out the park. Bang!
And there's if this was 8:30, I would have had so many good rebuttals.
I'm going to toe in the line a little bit today, guys. It's been a great mood. We didn't get to Cam Ward. Okay, let's play the audio, and then we'll discuss it on the other side. A little tease
Call
here.
that a radio tease.
Yeah. So here was Cam Ward asked about, what about the Saints? Heard you met with them. How'd that go?
Great meeting, especially, if you get a chance to go play with a Super Bowl coach like Coach Moore. He knows how to dial up the playbook. But I just think the biggest thing that I took away from that meeting is that you just got to be prepared at all times, whether you go in as a starter or you go in as a backup. You never know when your number's going to be called. But it was a great meeting with them. The Saints, they were one of my favorite teams growing up when I was little. I love watching Drew Brees and Colston out there. So, it'll be a dream of mine to play for them if I get a chance someday. But that's not really my main focus right now.
Cam Ward, New Orleans Saint, coming next.
Off the bench.
Go to Boudreaux's Electrical. Guys, if you need a Generac home generator, protect your home. Make sure the power stays on during storm season. More power, more protection. You want Boudreaux's. Since 1982, family owned and operated, guys. Okay, 40-plus years of serving their customers where everybody is a VIP. Excellent financing options. We're talking as low as $159 a month, 24/7 monitoring, so they stay on top of your system. Make sure it's ready to go when you need it, because otherwise, what's the point, right? So go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. Boudreaux's Electrical.
And just know you're going to get 5-star service from them. Like, literally, when you look at the reviews on any search engine, it is 5 out of 5. There's no 4.8, 4.9. It is all 5-star reviews. So make sure that you schedule your appointment today. Give them a call, 225-300-9389, BoudreauxElectrical.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, Know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Bang, 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 down, down. So you heard the Cam Ward audio right there for a commercial break, saying it'd be a dream come true to play for the Saints. And I believe him. It sounds like he was a fan growing up. Drew Brees. Of course, if you're a shorter quarterback, Drew Brees should always be one of your muses. Shout out to the Quiet Storm, Marcus Colston, maybe a top 10 most underappreciated NFL player of all time. One of the greatest NFL crimes in history is that he never made a Pro Bowl. What the hell is that about? But really, that Cam Ward soundbite came about because he was being interviewed by a ton of New Orleans media.
Yeah.
At the Sugar Bowl. And it ain't happening.
Was it the Manning?
Maybe it was. Maybe Manning Award, something like that. Yeah, I just saw the Sugar Bowl
I would assume it.
iconography in the back there. But so like that's not happening. But
well, you know, you never say never though. Mickey, I mean, he's been on.
You got a lot of picks.
He's been on a heater, right?
You got a lot of picks. But again, I would rather them pick the picks.
Yes, pick the picks.
Pick the picks instead of
your roster needs the picks.
Even though I know he's not, he just can't wait to trade up. I mean, we haven't talked about it on this show, I don't think. But have you seen how many picks the Eagles got coming in over the next 2 years now? Thanks to Pittsburgh picks, 20 picks.
Yeah.
Over the next 2 years, and it's like 8, I think, in the top 3 rounds. It's absurd. But whatever. So Cam Ward likely not in the Saints' future, but is there a quarterback in the Saints' future, Jake Hester?
There is a draft expert that thinks so.
Mel Kiper, shout out to Tay, our mock draft beat reporter. He monitors all mock drafts to make sure that we only get the most clickbaity ones. And Mel Kiper, in his mock draft 3.0, has provided said sustenance, as he has Ward going number 1 to the Titans, Abdul Carter 2 to the Browns. Oh my God, Abdul Carter, Myles Garrett. You'll still not win, but that's tight. Shadur Sanders 3 to the Giants.
Suck, but it'll be fun.
Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Oh wait, I forgot they got Kenny Pickett. Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Mason Graham Jaguars. Genty to the Raiders. Tyler Warren Jets. Oh no. Who were the Saints going to pick? Jalen Walker to the Panthers. But remember, Tyler Warren, Ashton Genty, those are supposed to be the Saints picks. So who do the Saints go at 9? Jackson Dart. It would have shades of Penix last year. Really shades of the run on quarterbacks that you saw last year. Where if you have, if you want one, you're going to have to reach. It's just a position that a lot of times that's the case. Here's my question on Dart, Jake, and this is where I'm not good at this segment or my job. I don't know that I have a great opinion on how I feel Jackson Dart's going to translate to the NFL. I mean, he looked so good at times in college, and then other games he would just look hapless, and I could never fully explain why.
And that's a fair assessment, because early in his career, it was feast or famine. Like it was going to be really, really good, game-changing, or he was going to cost you the game. The one thing I will say about him, his completion percentage went up every single year.
Okay.
The yards went up every single year. The yards per attempt went up every single year.
Okay.
The touchdowns went up every single year. The quarterback rating went up every single year. So he did continue to get better as a player. His last year certainly was his best year, throwing for over 4,000 yards. He is somebody that I still think has work to do to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Watching him at the Senior Bowl in Mobile, taking snaps under center, his footwork on running plays from under center, something we don't talk a lot about. We just talk about the actual exchange. It's important. You got to have the ball.
Yeah.
But
it's footwork.
They've never had to open step and like get to a stretch landing point. They've never had to do that, right? They've never had to make sure that the ball is exactly where it's supposed to be on a zone run. And that might seem like, oh, they can fix that. If you've never done it before, and all of a sudden you're going to go to a team with Alvin Kamara, who's taken thousands of handoffs, and his quarterback doesn't know how to get him the ball until, week 3, like that would be an issue. So he is somebody that would need, I think, to sit a little bit, learn. I don't think he's a day one starting quarterback. So if that's what you're looking for, then Jackson Dart can be that guy. If you're asking him to come in, be the guy right now, lead this team to the playoffs, I don't think he's ready for that. But there is enough in there to be intrigued by him. But the other side of it is, like you said, you've got issues and you've got needs right now. Do you have the luxury? Because if you were like, hey, we're basically in a full rebuild and you want to make this move, okay, but you're not.
Yeah.
That's not what you've put out there. You've put out there that you want to be competitive. And so I don't think you have the luxury of using the number 9 pick on somebody that's not going to help you right now.
Well, especially not because in that mock draft, who's still on the board? Tedero McMillan.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually go till 20.
Oh, really?
Mel Kiper's mock. So it's 20, and then 22 is the Chargers. He has them taking Matthew Golden. So like receivers back to back. But
it's interesting on the. Did you see Cam Jordan stumping for McMillan?
Yeah.
Yesterday online saying put me in there. What he ran? He ran a sub 4.5.
4.48 at his pro day.
Yeah.
He's a large human.
6'5", like 240 or something crazy like that. So
if Tedero McMillan goes at number 20, to the Broncos or 21 to the Steelers, they are going to, like in the first day of OTAs, be high-fiving each other after the first route on air. And be like, oh, my God, we got him at 20?
It'd be a high-value pick.
Very much so.
It would be a high-value pick for sure. So I still think I'm in that Ginty, Warren, McMillan triumvirate there. But it is always exciting taking a quarterback since I've never done it in the first round. If they were to draft Jackson Dart, like Jake said, if it is indeed a give him time to get ready, well, he would have it behind Derek Carr. But I guess when I think what our question is like, how much better? Is he that much better than Spencer Rattler? I mean, granted, his college stats would maybe say yes, but they feel similar in some ways. So in the end, I think it's probably a reach, probably not what the Saints need to do. But it is something to keep an eye on as a possibility as next month's draft rolls closer.
It is a possibility. I'm not even saying like it would be devastating because I think so many people would be excited you actually took a quarterback in the first round. Yeah. And maybe that would mean Derek Carr's tenure would be over after this season. But I think this is a player that eventually could be good in the NFL. I don't think he's ready right now. And what you need right now is right now. Mm-hmm. You don't need maybe down the road. You have to have somebody help this team. With the injury history of your receivers, you didn't sign a veteran player. We talked about Cooper Kupp a couple of weeks ago. Keenan Allen's still out there, but he's not coming to New Orleans. And so, okay, you have Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed. You need somebody else, and you need somebody else in a different mold. Those receivers are kind of in the same, right?
Yeah.
Smaller receivers, fast, quick, big play receivers. Don't give me explosive plays, but if you throw a 6'5" Tedero McMillan into the mix, that helps you right now more than Jackson Dart.
Without a doubt. Seems like McMillan would probably be the play if indeed it did break the way that Kiper has it breaking there. So we'll see. How far are we from draft day now? Are we under a month yet?
No, not quite.
Okay.
We're about 5 weeks.
There we go. 5 weeks away, and we'll see what your New Orleans Saints decide to do. Coming up next here on OTB, we got a little spring practice report, Amir Khan making history. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast office products.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Local lender.
NMLS number 64997 is an equal housing lender. Mortgages originated at 7389 Florida Boulevard, Suite 200A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70806.
Bayou Ford is making mad deals this March and taking $22,000 off MSRP on new 24 Ford F-150 trucks. $22,000 off MSRP on the new Ford F-150 Black Widow truck.
Plus, the complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou automotive vehicles. When we make a deal, we'll pay your trade-off regardless of what you owe.
Shop BayouFord.com or visit us just off I-10 in La Place. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you. $60,000 dealer discount, $5,000 retail cash plus trade assistance. Stock number F4343.
Jake and James, the Trash Rangers. Do you need one more reason to switch your residential trash pickup? How about $13.95 a month for the first few months? Go to TrashRangers.com and make the switch today.
Construction, welding, maintenance, and fabrication. Action Industries does it all. Proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Mind you about our friends over there at K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Go take advantage of Brandon Barton's 3 decades of experience, guys. Built this company up from the ground up. You need shutters, shades, drapery, things like drop-down exterior shading. Remember, we work with all price points, complimentary estimate, complimentary installation as well. have Brandon and the team out to your home in 15 minutes. Give you an idea of exactly what you're working with, all your different options. Take your home to the next level. Nothing, again, don't listen to the dude. It's not a rug. It's the correct drapery and shades that really ties a room together. Did y'all see Amir Khan, the McNeese student manager?
He got an NIL deal.
Yeah, multiple. He got like 3 NIL deals.
So first he got the Tick Pick deal, and he's walking out with the speaker with Tick Pick on there, and that video got like millions of views. So I was, already genius by Tick Pick. Great investment there. But then he signed a Buffalo Wild Wings and Insomnia Cookies deal.
Yeah.
As well. Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to Amir Khan.
Yeah. Student manager has more NIL deals than you and I had.
True. But I'm happy for Amir.
Yeah.
Happy for him.
It'd been nice to have one, though.
It's kind of crazy that Will Wade took over an 11-23 McNeese team.
Don't get me started.
And then immediately went 30-4.
Oh, it's almost
Back
like
to
he
back.
took 3 different schools to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Almost like he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that. We all know he's a great coach. He just got timing, man. Timing is everything in life,
And if I was NC State, if I was Indiana, if I was Villanova.
I mean, what is Indiana doing? Like, you've been trying to be good again forever. You so clearly have a coach right there that would make you good immediately.
Yeah. Oh, from Jump Street.
Like just bam, you're good.
Yeah. I'm not
He's
saying,
like Bar Rescue, but for basketball teams.
Shut it the F down! He walks in, swipes off the coach's desk. Get him out of here!
Oh, I think Will would actually be really good in that situation. If I have an open spot, he would be somebody that would be on the top of my list. In this day and age of NIL transfer portal, who understands it better than Will Wade? All right. Look at what Rick Pitino's doing at St. John's. St. John's hasn't been this good since like 98, 99.
I remember it. That was my main college basketball fandom time.
In 2000, they had a run.
Eric Barkley.
But after that, they've had Steve Lavin, Fran Fraschilla. They've had Chris Mullen. They've had all these coaches that everybody knows who they are.
Hey, Chris Mullen?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's where he played.
Hell yeah.
And it didn't matter. But what does Rick Pitino understand? NIL and the transfer portal. And he even talked about it when he took a job. He's like, look, I coached over in Europe, and we had a different team every year. And at St. John's, we're going to have a different team every year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack the portal. It's going to be made up of college players, high school recruiting. St. John's probably not the spot for you. We're probably not going to recruit you.
Yeah.
And that's the model. And now St. John's, who hasn't been good, barely in my lifetime. Alondra Tate, they probably don't remember when St. John's basketball was good. No. Okay, well, now they're a 2 seed. They were, 30-4?
Yeah.
And so that's the way that it's going. That's why you see all these older head basketball coaches get out of the game. Well, Will Wade, perfect time to be in the game.
Hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life. So why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Tuesday, March 18th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll talk some LSU football. We'll break down the March Madness bracket, and LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey hops on the show. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, hour number 2. Catch up with Coach Kim Mulkey here in a bit, 8:30, as we do every single Tuesday. Shout out, Coach. I'm mad. I missed RB&R Day yesterday. He said it was very funny. Dev's trip to the aquarium. I got to check that out. I love the aquarium.
Well, they put so much money into it now. I mean, it's a completely different place.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know if I've been since all the refurbishments and upgrades and whatnot. It was still one of the funniest things I've ever done in this job was when my girl Sheba Turk was here. Shout out Sheba. Looks like you're thriving in L.A.
Who?
Sheba, the old anchor, news
from
anchor
New
from
Orleans?
Yeah. Beautiful. But one of the funniest things I've ever done in this job was me, her, and my dad went swimming in the New Orleans Aquarium. And I was very fat at the time and in a wetsuit with my crazy beard and hair. And it was just, it was very It's a good time all around. Good times were had by all. I've gone swimming in 2 aquariums. I also went snorkeling in the Georgia aquarium with whale sharks one time. Me and Kaylin did as a present. It was like a...
I thought you were going to talk about that time you went in the Bass Pro Shop and you had to be pulled out.
It was not me. Again,
I thought that was what you were talking about.
Do not listen to my Robit son T-Bot. That was not me.
I thought we were finally going to get the full story.
I have never dived.
Was it mushrooms?
Divin.
What made you do that?
I have never dived into.
All I know is
shop
but you know what it did do? It
it's
confirmed that the Texas Day Brazil story was not true because there was nothing slinging about that situation.
That's so true.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
that wasn't me. It wasn't me. Texas Day Brazil is also way warmer. Okay, so I'd have a better chance of swinging there if it had actually happened, but it did not. Okay, did not happen. Neither of those are true.
What up, miss?
So wait,
allegedly not true.
I'm confused. Which one are you banned from? Bass Pro or Texas Day Brazil?
Neither.
Oh, he can't walk into Texas Day Brazil.
They're not letting him.
Come on now.
T-Bob's like, well, T-Bob will hold up the thing. He'll be like, no, I choose not to go. I'm not actually.
Nah, they're like, we're the only person slinging meat here in this restaurant.
I have not
Chris
been.
Hansen would
Actually,
be waiting for him.
that's a good call though. Like I used to love those Brazilian steakhouses growing up. Like it was always like a huge night out.
Yeah.
When you got to go to a Fogo de Chao
I
or
know.
Texas Day Brazil. I haven't been in years.
Hadn't been in
Yeah,
years.
I've only been like twice in my life.
I'd never been ever. The Hesters went to Shoney's growing up.
Yeah.
You never went. I think it was like I want to say
that
around
sounds
like
really good.
senior year of high school, maybe junior year, is when it was the first time I went. And
But I don't think we had one of those in Shreveport. I'm being serious.
No, probably.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it started to come around at that time. Man, I go for a little house special wrapped in bacon right now, Bo.
I think we went twice for like New Year's.
Guys, are we on for dinner tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night?
Mhm.
Okay, I think we need to make reservations. So I need like a
we gotta
definitive-
plan this out.
We'll talk off air. I've got some plans in the works that I'll update y'all on.
Okay.
Just wanted to
Just
make
making
sure
plans without us?
we're all planning on it. Potential plans, yes, potential plans for sure.
Okay.
March Madness, baby. You know what's something we didn't talk about yesterday as much? The whole Bubba Cunningham drama. UNC AD being the head of the selection committee. UNC
current
getting in.
AD.
Current
Yes.
AD.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know you.
Do y'all care to have the conversation?
Well, I know you know all about this with your West Virginia ties.
Well, yeah, that was very funny yesterday. So West Virginia is absolutely the team that got screwed the most. It's a team that's 19-12.
6 quad one wins. North Carolina had 1.
Yeah, North Carolina was 1-12 in quad one games. They were, I think, 6-10 maybe.
Yeah.
But they beat Arizona. They beat Gonzaga. They finished 10-10 in a good conference.
Well, and they had
in
some
the Big 12.
injuries this year too. Like they actually could have been better.
And they got left out for UNC, whose AD is the head of the
NCAA.
What do you mean? He left the room when they would talk about UNC. He'd go to the bathroom.
Somebody said.
Unless he had the bathroom.
That's literally what they say.
Unless he had the
recused himself and
bathroom
walked out of
trips
the
like
room.
you have, where you're in there for a minute, I don't think it really mattered. Okay.
It's like, Oh wait, where'd Bubba? Who's Bubba? He leaves the room. Everyone's like, oh, Bubba, who's that? No, obviously not.
Right. Get like a basketball mind. Get like Coach K. Hey, Coach K, you're gonna do it this year. And I know he has Duke ties, but still, like he's not currently tied in with the school.
Well, okay, so this does raise a larger conversation about like, is it right for these ADs? Because the thing is, this isn't unique to basketball. It's in football as well. Ward Manuel, the Michigan AD, was head of the committee this last year that chose between who gets the home game with Ohio State and Tennessee. And it's like that classic coach's son bias where it's like, well, do I make it harder for my son to get on the field to show that I'm not playing favoritism? But what if he's the best player and I play him? Then people just think I'm playing favoritism. Like bias works both ways. It's not just like you're always going to stump for your guy. It affects all decision-making. I remember I was shocked this last football season, flabbergasted, when I read that they make them, the college football playoff committee, they have these generic white hats, and they have to hang their hat on a peg at the door.
Generic white hats?
Yeah.
They call them Brad and Chad?
They have to, the Ole Miss hats, they have to hang their hats on a peg to show that they're hanging their hats at the door. And they're walking in without bias. somehow managed to achieve the thing that no human ever has and reworked their brain chemistry immediately when they take that hat off.
Well, it's not just him. The whole committee gave him a gift because we're talking about him being the head of this committee. This is the last year on it.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, like, they literally just gave him a gift on the way out the door.
And then how about, have you seen how much money he got for it? Because he's UNC's AD, when they make the tournament, he got $100,000 bonus just to really spice things up and make the optics look even more terrible. $100,000 bonus for his team that absolutely did not deserve to getting in. And it led West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey to hold a press conference. You don't have to play this with sound, Taylor, but bring up the links there because his sign is hilarious. In just an excellent show of local politicking nonsense that will amount to nothing, Morrissey calls a press conference, and the placard on his podium reads, National Corrupt Athletic Association. Oh, man. He was even spitting out resumes.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was going through all the touchstones, all the pieces. Of course, remember, DeSantis did the same thing with FSU. Yeah. It amounted to nothing. It's going to amount to nothing, but it's deeply funny. It's to me though, Jake, as someone who doesn't really care that much about men's college basketball, I look at this story and I'm like, well, yeah, of course Texas and UNC got in. Like, this is a process where you can kind of massage the numbers to say what you want.
I mean, Indiana got left out. That's a blue blood in my opinion.
Yes.
I know some people say they're not that anymore.
But their brand is not where Texas or UNC is right now.
Not
State's kind of interesting because you could say, well, why didn't they get in?
Yeah, not the overall brand of Texas. Maybe the basketball specific, maybe. But UNC, yeah, no question about it. And it's like if you're looking at UNC and you're looking at West Virginia and they're close, which I didn't think it was really that close. Again, I thought West Virginia was in. Yeah. It's like, do we go with Jordan or do we go with Huggy Bear? Like, you know, like where do we go? I know Jerry West went to West Virginia.
No,
guys,
yeah.
Chill out. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're looking at it and they just chose brand.
Yeah.
I think that's what it came down to. They're like, okay, well, it's close.
Imagine
North
that.
Carolina.
In a for-profit tournament, they chose the teams that would increase said overall profit. Can't believe it.
Well, to your point, you were like, okay, well, Ohio State, all right, flip it to football if it's between Ohio State and North Carolina.
Ohio State's getting in
every single time.
Yeah, 1,000%. Why would you put your thumb on the scale for UNC? So it's a deeply funny story to me in a lot of different ways. And again, the wildest part is him getting that big bonus because of it. At the end of the day, though, I don't know. So, Jake, do you think and maybe it's just my apathy taking over. I don't mind I'm kind of like, whatever, put the ADs on there and just accept that you're going to deal with blowback and bad press like this. I think they're trying their best to not be biased, but whatever.
I honestly,
would you get rid of him?
I would. I would come up with a committee made up of, be it football, be it basketball, baseball, like whatever it is, of people that have truly impacted the game the most. So like college baseball, like if there was a panel and Skip Bertman was on it, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
College football, like now Nick Saban being on that panel,
yeah,
that
definitely
makes sense. Like college basketball, I mentioned Huggy Bear. I know he's not coaching West Virginia anymore. He was people like that.
Yeah, legends.
That did it for a long time. I mentioned Coach K earlier. Maybe Jay Wright. Now that he's not at Villanova anymore, like legends of the game that respect the game, that know the game, and sure, they're gonna everybody's gonna be attached to a school. No matter who you are,
yeah.
You can be somebody that wasn't involved in athletics. You went somewhere, right? So you're going to have
But you're not actively employed by the school.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. Like I truly think that they would take 99.9% of the time, they would take the respect of the game and not have their biases in their choices.
Yeah, and so it's it's really just down to whether or not these committees want to deal with the stories. Do you want to deal with the bad stories? Do you want to deal with the blowback, the crap talking? Because if you're fine with it, then just continue. If it's too much, if Patrick Morrisey in West Virginia sues you or something, which again, not going to happen, then change. But I don't think they will. I don't think people in the committee are ever going to vote themselves, out the committee. Say, no, we shouldn't be doing this anymore. I did like this from Joe Lenardi, though, to kind of hype up the tournament a little bit. He wrote, quote, "The top 8 teams, Auburn, Duke, Houston, Florida, Tennessee, Alabama, Michigan State, and St. John's, are as strong as any group of 1 and 2 seeds that I can remember. Collectively, this top 8 has won 148 quad 1 and quad 2 games. All 8 teams could have been standalone 1 seeds in other seasons. So it does seem like a wide open, very powerful, very hype tournament that we got starting on Thursday.
I love it because there's no clear 2-3 team front runners. Sure, you're going to have favorites because there's betting on it, so you got to set some lines and some odds. But if Florida won, if Duke won, if Houston won, if like one of the 3 seeds, like an Iowa State made a run, like it is going to be one in which it's not going to be predictable, in my opinion. I know the 1s and 2s are great, but there's some great 3s, 4s, 5s. Like Louisville just played in the ACC championship game, and they're an 8 seed, and they've got big wins on their resume. So I think there's going to be some wild games. I don't know that we'll have, T-Bob, like the Cinderellas from out of anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, this team came out of the Big West, or this team came out of the Big Sky. I don't think we'll have that. Sorry, UC San Diego, Montana. But you're going to have some 6, 7, 8 seeds that if they were in the Elite 8, I wouldn't be shocked.
The Cinderella thing may be harder and harder to come by going forward now. In the new money age of college athletics.
Think so?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, because basketball is a sport where, it's sport, and there's a reason why in the NBA you decide these things with series. It's because a 1-game sample, anything can go awry. But I do think it's going to be a heavier and heavier lift for Cinderella to fight through these teams that have millions upon millions of more dollars poured into their program. Seems like everybody's deriding the Gators right now.
Yeah. I mean, what they did in the SEC tournament was pretty impressive.
So I'm going to ask a question here that may be a bit reckless, because I don't know what the eventual story was, but what's the deal with Todd Golden?
It felt I
think it kind of seems like it's gone.
He just did a little stalking, but he was winning, and everybody's like, "Ah, it's all good. It's all good." Like, was it proved? Was it alleged? Was he vindicated? Was he absolved?
I don't think anything ever came of it. I think it was just one of those stories that never came to fruition.
Which is hilarious, because if he was losing, it absolutely would still be there.
That's a way to not pay the buyout. Right?
Yeah. But no, now that he's winning, you good.
We'll have to get our correspondent down in Gainesville, Christopher Paul Doring, on the horn to see what he has to say about it.
Yeah. Doring is probably running right beside him. No, I'm just kidding. Doring may be a bit of a Lothario, a bit of a womanizer, but it's an honest Lothario.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a creepy one.
He
like Todd.
So if you're friends with Doring and he FaceTimes you, you have to answer. It's like one of those things. If you still want to be in the inner circle, it's kind of a requirement. Like if he FaceTimes you, which he does somewhat often, he wants to be able to know that you're going to answer. So he got me, I think it was like 2 nights ago. It's like 9:45 at night. I got Harlem. I try to put her down, and I see it. I'm like,
you got to do it.
Got to do it.
You got to do it. You got to pick up.
You got to pick up.
Otherwise, you're out.
And he was with some LSU fans at the SEC basketball tournament, and, he just wanted to see if I would pick up.
Flexing a little bit. Hell yeah. You want to FaceTime Jake Hester? Grant Ravelli, Will Wade villain for paying players. Todd Golden, stalker, coach of the year. Right. Just win, baby. Maybe the most true statement that's ever been uttered in sports. Shout out Al Davis. Just win, baby. And that's all that matters.
Yeah. Rick Pitino.
I'm excited, though, because, again, I'm having to lock in more on this tournament because I'm having to talk about it more now.
And I'm so excited.
So I'm a little excited to go on this journey over the next few days and see who I'm gonna have to start. I've been doing a lot of sports gambling all lately. I'm gonna have to get back in so I have some a little bit of care in these games.
Yeah, I guess I have to do pick and roll still, I'm assuming. So I guess I got to do some tournament plays here. What do you think the sweet spot? Like how many plays per day in the NCAA tournament?
Well, do whatever you've been doing.
I was going to say, how much have you been doing?
I kind of been going in between
6?
Between like 5 and 7.
I was going to say a little 5.
I like a little 6-pack.
Yeah.
Oh, a little 6-pack?
A little
Ooh, a
6-pack.
Call it, you could literally call it 6-pack.
Let's sell this.
The pick and roll 6-pack.
Pick and roll 6-pack.
Brought to you by Dos Equis.
Yeah.
Or whoever wants to sponsor. Yeah, I like
Dos
a little
Equis.
6-pack. Like probably the most genius marketing of my childhood were the old Sports Center Coors Light cold hard facts.
Oh,
You remember? I mean, who could forget
for
those,
sure. I do
dude?
remember that.
Being a little kid, waking up early. It used to actually get cold in Georgia, so the fireplace would be on. Be eating a Pop-Tart, warming up, listening to the cold hard facts. Hell yeah.
You say a Pop-Tart?
Mm-hmm.
What kind?
Brown sugar cinnamon.
You're a man of culture.
Yeah. Not, but I never took it to the next level. I never even thought of like heating up with butter.
Yeah, I had never heard of that until I got around the Tilly family.
I didn't hear about that until just now.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like a thing that a lot of people do.
You know, people get them without icing.
Or just butter on the Pop-Tart.
Yeah, somebody that
Sounds
gets an
awesome.
unfrosted one, they've got kind of serial killer vibes.
Yeah.
If you put butter on it, though, it'd probably be pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's adding a topping, so it's not technically unfrosted. It's frosted with butter.
Yeah.
If you're just raw dogging a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a raw dog Pop-Tart.
Strawberry jelly and crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a crappy pie at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did used to also like the strawberry flavor. The flavor of the Pop-Tart that got sacrificed
Yeah.
2 years ago. That's a good flavor as well.
Maybe
got the-
a hot
it always had,
take.
like, the
I
multiple
don't love
sprinkles on it.
Pop-Tarts.
Not enough people are talking about the
Okay,
precedent
nobody's perfect.
that the Pop-Tart Bowl has
I'm pretty
established here.
Oh, it's
Where
great.
They raised strawberry Pop-Tart from the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had him act very excited about being risen. They had his friends act very excited about him being risen, which again calls into question their original premise that the Pop-Tart wants to die in the first place.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why we're supposed to accept the ritual sacrifice is because the Pop-Tart wants to be burned and wants to be eaten. Well, how can I believe that?
Because he knew he was going to be revived, so he was super happy because he was like, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to sacrifice myself. I know I'm going to come back.
Now he's a freakish mess, though.
Yeah, but
Well,
I got the
Jesus
I got the
died for
theory
our
right
sins.
here,
Why the
T-Bob.
Pop-Tart die? What was his
So
cause?
he wants to be
Maliciousness
sacrificed.
to feed the
winning
team
football
yes,
team?
to feed
football.
the winning football team. Yeah,
He
so
wants
worthy
to be
sacrifice.
sacrificed. That's his purpose, right? The reason he's excited is because the Pop-Tart Bowl is so fun and he gets to hang out with his friends one more time.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm just
Nah.
overthinking it. That
I mean,
makes sense.
that's probably not the case.
That makes
I think mine made more sense.
I want to know in our lives that we kind of somebody that we all know or at least know of who is most likely to raw dog an unfrosted Pop-Tart that has not been put in the toaster.
I mean,
I got 2.
if I didn't know,
I got 2.
if I
It's
didn't
either-
know that you had a sweet tooth, I would say you, but I know you have a sweet tooth,
I
so
do.
I'm not saying that. But that is kind of a little bit, even though somebody's saying that the plain has more calories, which is funny. I didn't know that.
How?
How?
I don't know.
That
I'll
is
go
no way.
wild.
The icing has
I believe
negative
in-
calories.
Maybe it's like more filling or something. I don't know.
I believe Avo said it. If it was somebody else, maybe not, but I believe.
Wait, so who are your two?
Mario Jerez
Oh, yeah.
and Hunt Palmer.
Sure.
Oh, Hunt, absolutely.
Hunt will have an argument of why he prefers the unfrosted.
Yeah. Those two, like if those two people told me that they did that,
100%.
I'd say that
makes
checks
sense.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
God, I used to love a toaster strudel.
I was trying to think of somebody that has like really bad food takes, but I can't think
Toaster
of
strudel's a little
anyone.
bit more work than I was ready to give.
Toaster strudels are so good though. Again,
Yeah, but you got to put it on you got to put the icing on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pop-Tart
you got to
already
heat it
has
up.
icing. Yeah.
You got to kind of like do it in your hand to warm it up a little bit. You
I
got to
don't like
cut
either.
it. You got to spread it.
They don't call me T Glazer for nothing. I can glaze that strudel all day,
All day.
every day.
I don't like either. I'm not a fan of
Ryan
like
said
jelly.
Jake wouldn't believe me because I'm a big dummy. I called him a big dummy last week. Yeah, you are, but I still love you.
Spencer heard your question. He said, sprints to the chat. Matt! It's Matt Moscona!
I don't even think he would eat a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, I can't see. I feel like Matt would say that was childish that we eat Pop-Tarts. That would be his
Pop-Tarts
stance.
are for kids.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No jerseys, not allowed to wear
No
jerseys.
jerseys. God, no
not
jerseys
eat
was a
Pop-Tarts.
wild take.
Not a Pop-Tart scene in his house at all.
I don't know. I mean, there's the no jersey. He's representative of a larger camp. There is a large portion of the adult males that think that you shouldn't wear another man's name on your back. I think you're just overthinking it.
I think you're way. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but I've had people wear my jersey and I still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
I love wearing
Soccer kids.
All right. Let's go to break. And when we get back, we're going to have a very quick OTB mailbag, then catch up with Coach Mulkey. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. You go to All-Star Toyota, you can explore their incredible inventory right there online. All-Star, you just get very cold, Alondra. Yeah, the AC just kicked in, didn't it? You go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, and look, you can search by keyword, so like minivan, truck, whatever, make and model if you want. You can do budget, and you can find a brand new vehicle, maybe a Toyota certified used vehicle, maybe a lease, whatever the case may be. All-Star's got you. And remember, the Collision Center Service Center open to all makes and models. You mentioned OTB when you go in. You get $250 towards that deductible. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Go to the website today if you're trying to buy new, if you're trying to lease, or if you are trying to rent. Spring break coming up here in a couple of weeks for some people. So if you want to rent a Toyota for your vacation, maybe it's something bigger, maybe it's something better on gas mileage, maybe it's something smaller, maybe it's a quick getaway, whatever it is, everything's available. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in the rental department. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
You may think that I'm talking foolish,
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Happy 318 day to all those who celebrate. Let's do a couple not weekend winners. That's not true. Let's do a couple OTB mailbags, and we're going to take a quick break and go to Coach Mulkey.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for off the bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet. What the is the internet?
Sorry. Hashtag OTB mailbag. On a cringe scale of 1 to 100, how bad are dorm hall TikToks? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I don't have TikTok. The only way I see TikToks if
Twitter has a hefty amount of TikTok on it, though. Not as much Instagram.
I was about to say, if another social media site has it in front of me, and it's not like, oh my God, I'm against TikTok. I barely have time to keep up with the two.
There is a very funny trend on Twitter right now. Like, the funniest TikToks are the ones that they don't let you save. And it's just really, I don't know. There's a lot of stupid TikToks out there that are very funny. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Would you rather get stuck in space or stuck at the bottom of the ocean?
Space, definitely. At least I got crap to look at.
Yeah, give me space. I mean, and if I die, it's going to be probably like I could just take the helmet off and I'm done.
Yeah.
Like drowning sounds awful. Like
to be fair, bottom of the ocean, when you die, you're going Titan submersible style.
Yeah,
you're going to be instant dead as well.
True.
Probably.
True.
But I want to feel no gravity, right?
Yeah, and there's more things that can get me in the ocean before I can figure it out than in space.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, we're going to die either way. I might as well float around and feel what it feels like to
You do a couple backflips at least.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, I've been in the water. I've never been to space.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Hashtag go to mailbag. You can only keep one actor. The rest are deleted from history with all their work.
What?
What? Only one. Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise,
out
Matt
of
Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt.
Ooh.
I'm keeping Tom Cruise.
I'm going Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I got the range. I got the action. I've got the drama. He can be funny. We saw it in Tropic Thunder.
Hanks is in so many classic movies, but I like Tom Cruise's full.
I can make a case for all of them.
I think I'm going Leo.
I know.
Yeah,
that was my second choice.
Gangs of New York.
That was my
Catch
second
Me
choice.
If You Can. The Departed.
Loved
The
The Departed so
Aviator.
much growing up.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen
Aviator.
Aviator.
It's
Oh, it's
amazing.
great.
That's where he should
Revenant,
have.
pretty good.
Well, he won for Revenant. He should have
Django.
won for Django's amazing.
Yeah.
He should have won for The Aviator. Like
Really?
that should have been like one
It's a
of
good
his
movie.
first Oscars.
I feel like
ever.
I don't
It's
hear that a
amazing.
lot.
It's so good.
That's very
it's a
tough.
Scorsese film too.
Very, very
I
tough.
think I would go Leo. Like he has
Shutter Island?
Some of, Shutter Island is so
Pretty good.
bomb. He
Leo
has some
was-
of my
I
favorite movies
considered
of all
Leo
time.
too.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was great.
Oh, true.
Not my favorite Tarantino film, but yeah, it
Leo
was
might
good.
be the answer.
Leo is mine. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorite actors of all time and is in a lot of
That's a
The
great
Great
question.
Gatsby.
It's a great question.
by
Great OTB mailbag.
by very, I can make a case for every one of them.
I saw a, the Django scene where he goes crazy and slams the
his
table to
hand.
jelly. Yeah, apparently he sliced his
real
hand
blood.
open. That's real blood.
Yeah.
Which then I'm like, wait.
No.
So-
I know what you're about to say. No, they cut.
Okay,
and
they
everything.
cut,
Yeah.
and then he didn't actually wipe
his
real blood on her face.
Kerry Washington, no.
I was gonna say, dude, that seems like a health violation. All right, let's go to break. When we get back, Coach Kim Mulkey coming up.
Off the bench.
Hey guys, go to Pelican Roofing if you need a new roof. PelicanRoof.com is the website. Hundreds of 5-star reviews throughout Louisiana. And so look, if you are in Baton Rouge, you are in Lafayette, we got you. Okay, we got offices in both. We are ready to go. I love the instant quote tool. Right when you get to the website, what will my roof cost? You put in your address and you can instantly get a kind of ballpark range. You can also just click the giant schedule your free inspection button or just call them 377-703-4515. Roofing, gutters, sheet metal. They do it all at Pelican Roof.
Yeah, T-Bob mentioned they got offices in Baton Rouge and Lafayette. So the other week we're looking at this. It's like, man, Pelican Roofing's got some incredible reviews. Like 85 Google reviews, 4.9 rating. It's like, oh, that's just in the new office. When you combine what they've done in Lafayette and in Baton Rouge, over 500 reviews right at 4.9. That's the kind of work that they do. They're going to do it for you as well. Pelican Roof.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. It is Tuesday at 8:30. And we are always blessed at this time every week to be joined by the living legend, your LSU head basketball coach, Coach Kim Mulkey. Coach Mulkey, what's going on? Congratulations. It is official. Another Selection Sunday in the books. And another host for the Baton Rouge LSU Tigers. Coach, how are we feeling today?
It's the best time of the year in my profession. Let's
Hell yeah.
go.
Hell yeah. So it is interesting, though. It's a late game Saturday night, so this is kind of an extended calm before the storm right now, right? What is the process during this week to make sure that your team is ready to go when those lights come on?
Well, I've taken the approach that they chose us to play the last game, the late game, because they know in Baton Rouge we don't sleep on Saturday night.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
We gotta get the students out there. You know, that's just about the time they start hitting the bar room.
It's a pregame. Yeah, it could be the pregame before they go to the bar.
We gotta get them out there because some of our senior fans now they might bail out on you and go home and watch it on TV, but I'm trying to take the approach that, are you guys kidding me, 9:15 at night? But your question was, I kind of forgot your question.
So the
thinking
question
about
was
the
more about
9:15
like,
start.
well, and I did want to ask you about that specifically too, but it was more about like, okay, there's kind of a large gap, right? Between not just the last time you played, but between the selection. Now you know when the game's going to be, but it's always that thing of trying not to get too amped. So like, how do you manage a full week of runway so that your team's peaking by 9:15 Saturday night?
Right. Well, we had the selection show Sunday night, and we did not practice Sunday. Yesterday, we're back on the floor with Flage and Morrow, so that was all great to see. But you don't play tomorrow. You don't play until Saturday, and if you win, you play Monday. So you kind of space things out, and you make sure you do a scouting report on each of the three that are here. Because you don't know who you're going to play should you win. So you do one scouting report one day, one the next day, one the next day. Don't go into a long scouting report, but do the work on the floor preparing for what each one of those teams may present to you. So yesterday, however, was all about us. We got Morrow back out there. We had Flage back out there, and just take care of us and do some things that we haven't been able to do with a full squad of late.
Coach, you've been through this so many times, and you mentioned kind of preparing for the teams that are going to kind of be in the Baton Rouge pod there. But, you know, on your schedule, in the non-con, you schedule it, you know who you're playing, so you already kind of got a book on those teams. Certainly in conference play, even in a conference tournament, you know those teams. So no matter who you play, you've already got a kind of a game plan on that team. Whenever you're in the NCAA tournament and you're at Selection Sunday and you see your name and then you see your opponent, then you kind of see who else is going to be in town, kind of walk us through what maybe those steps are to make sure that you get ready. Like, do you immediately, is it all about San Diego State for, you know, half of your assistants and then the other half kind of take the other teams of Florida State, whoever might be in your pod? How do you make sure that you get ready and kind of what's that process like?
Well, first of all, you don't overlook your first opponent. I have been so blessed to have a mindset that I learned from the best in the business when I was a player is you better take care of what's in front of you. San Diego State's excited to be coming to Baton Rouge. Their head coach was here as an assistant for 2 years. I learned more about her after the announcement was made. She has family here. She might have even said her children were born here. I can't remember. But nonetheless, she's very familiar with LSU, watches us play a lot. So we're going to do our due diligence and be prepared for San Diego State. And in the meantime, after you've presented them, you also have to present the other two teams, George Mason and Florida State. And yet you got enough time to do it. But you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You make them prioritize and understand it's San Diego State first, but we can't wait to the Sunday in between the Saturday, Monday game, should you win, to just present whoever wins that first game. You have to do some of that work ahead of time.
It's so fascinating, Coach. You've been through a lot of these now at this point, these NCAA tournaments. You've won quite a few of them as well. How similar or different does it feel? Like, is it like entering the arena with a new child every time? Like what does it feel like after you have an entire regular season up to this point and you prepare to go try to make that run with a new team?
It's exciting for the players first, and especially the players that have never experienced this. And believe it or not, we have transfers. Their previous teams are not even in the playoffs. They've never experienced what this feels like. So as a coach, I never take for granted these playoff experiences just because I've done it not millions, but done it lots of times. I want it to be as important for me today as it was the very first time I did it as a coach. And you look for different things that will grab your team's attention and motivate you. I thought of this last night. Everybody's talking about who should win it, who their picks are to win it. And it makes me smile to think back 2 years ago, they never talked about us winning it, and we did.
Yep.
And those little things motivate me as a coach, but it's also things you can throw at your team and go, we were a 3 seed 2 years ago. We've been a 3 seed all 4 years I've been here. We finished in the Elite Eight last year. We won it the year before. We got to host the first and second rounds, with a team that I inherited that won, 7 or 9 games before I got here. Man, all those things are so exciting and important, and you just try to throw all that out at your team. And you've got 3 in that locker room that have national championship rings, and you want them to share what that feels like with the new ones. And it's exciting time of the year for our sport.
Coach, you sound fantastic this week. I mean, I know you were dealing with some illness last week as well as some off-court things. Did you feeling better? You feeling good? You sound like you're peaking here at the right time.
Guys, we always have to deal with death. And I don't know that you're ever ready for it, but there are situations in our life where you're prepared, whether it's an elderly grandparent or parent, or as I tell people, I prepared myself for the death of a grandchild. I knew it was coming, and I had many, many months to prepare, and it's not anything you're ready for. But with death, it's the unexpected that really crushes your soul. And it was an unexpected death, and it just took me by surprise, and I had to regroup, and I didn't need to be around my team. But I always tell them, and I believe this, you better keep your life in order and prioritize what's important. And no one loves to win more than me. No one loves this game more than I do. No one loves to compete and hates to lose more than I do. But never, if you know me, never has basketball jumped in front of my family and what I believe. And I just believe that I was where I needed to be. And Coach Bob Starkey did a tremendous job in preparing the team, and I sat on the end of the bench with the players as an assistant coach, and I have to tell you, I loved every minute of it. Wow. And so I've regrouped. Time has helped. And sickness, I deal with that all the time. You stay sick during the season. That's just part of your job.
So Saturday night, I do want to explore that a little bit further because that is a late tip. But again, I mean, what you've created here in terms of the crowd, it's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. Get out there, students, especially anybody listening who knows any students. Make sure they get loud. They make it hard on San Diego State come Saturday night. What does a game day look like when you're tipping it off that late?
Well, let me say this about our students. I'm buying tickets for our students. This is not a gimme. You have to pay for these tickets. The NCAA takes over the arena. Some season ticket holders, and maybe even the students aren't going to be able to sit where they normally do during the regular season. But if you can get a free ticket, students, do what you got to do. Start your ticket and come on. And as I told someone yesterday, I said, if the allotment goes past what we want to pay for, I'll keep paying. Just get out there.
Wait, so how can students take advantage of the tickets that you're buying? How does this work?
I knew you were going to ask me that, but they'll know. They're sending out whatever they send out. Y'all are asking me way too much information that I'm not in charge of.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you don't worry about that. I'll figure it out, and I'll let everybody know next segment.
They're supposed to announce that either today or tomorrow how students can get their tickets. Yeah, and they need to do it quickly because the allotment's going to go fast. And if it goes fast and we continue to have a high demand, so be it. I'll take my my checkbook and pay for those because, guys, here's what you cannot do as LSU fans, and we don't take these first and second round games for granted.
Right. Nope. Yep.
This has been a long time coming. And 4 years in a row, we've been able to do this. And isn't this what you hired us to do as a staff, was to bring this program to respectability?
Yep.
And get out there, and you can sleep on Sunday. You can miss Mass, miss church. But get out there. Get out there, and we have an unbelievable reputation of being loud in the PMAC. And let's don't let the game time start affect us.
And, Coach, it sounds like that you're going to have a full-strength squad on Saturday night with you talking about, everybody kind of coming back and being in practice. So you anticipate everybody kind of being back healthy, ready to go Saturday night?
Absolutely. Flage smiling from ear to ear. Morrow's out there. And really, they were not what I would call injured. There's a difference between being hurt and being injured.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you sound like my
Injured,
dad. Oh.
yeah, injured is you just physically are unable to perform. They were hurting, and they were fighting through it. Morrow wanted to go back in the Texas game after she sprained that foot again, and the doctors wouldn't let her, and I certainly would not have let her either, but they're ready to go. They've been doing what they need to do to not have any more aches and pains, and it's going to be so much fun to watch them get back in the flow, and let's go. Let's see what happens.
Oh, man, I remember Little League football, getting dinged up, walking to the sideline. Are you hurt or are you injured? Get your ass back out there.
Exactly. Hey. And you know what? That tough love didn't ruin you, did it?
No.
Nowadays, I said, if we would coach and we would raise our kids the way we were raised, we're not scarred for life. We're tough because of that.
Hell yeah. Coach, again, I know you have a million different things pulling at you all times of year, but especially this time of year. So we can't thank you enough for giving us some time here on this Tuesday. Best of luck. I'll get the news out there on how to take advantage of the tickets. Kick-ass Saturday night in the PMAC. Pack it out, guys. Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.
Coach Kim Mulkey, legend of the game. You already know. You love her. It's our favorite time every single week, getting to hang out with Coach there. Really fantastic, man. Cannot wait for Saturday night. More OTB, close out hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
What's going on, y'all? We got a brand new sponsor here on OTB, and that's Cool Pro HVAC. Keep your cool. Call the pros, okay? So you want your home to stay comfortable year-round, you go to coolprohvac.com and check this out, the Pro Plan. It's just $99 for an entire year, okay? No monthly fees, none of that BS. Bam, $90. Get a whole year. It says ahead of HVAC issues. They're going to say on top of it, like I said, preventative maintenance. You get 1 hour scheduling windows, priority scheduling. It's a very good deal to take advantage of. So if you need expert HVAC installation, maintenance, repair, trust Cool Pro HVAC.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how many units you have either, which is something very cool. So if you've got multiple units in your home, that $99 is still talking to you. So go ahead, schedule everything today. T-Bob said, a 1 hour time window. You can track them and see exactly where they're at. Go to the website today, coolprohvac.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. So we mentioned Flage there. One thing we haven't talked about with Flage is the incredible deal she has struck with Experian, as they are teaming up to wipe out $5 million of debt for Louisiana's family. DCU, the president of Experian Consumer Services, saying in a statement that, quote, unmanageable debt prevents consumers from reaching their goals, right? And so Flage partnering with them, promoting it, going to be helping Louisiana families, and they're giving an additional $100,000 in consumer debt for every LSU victory throughout the event, up to a potential another $500,000. So shout out to Flage, continue to have a positive impact on the community, and shout out Experian. For sure. That's cool.
And it's awesome. I mean, to not even, be from this area.
Yeah.
And to do that, that's a big deal. I mean, you could have done it somewhere else, but, Baton Rouge had an impact, obviously, on her. She's had an impact on Baton Rouge, and it is awesome coming together. That's real money there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, again, guys, pack it out Saturday night. I've been told that if you're a student here and you are listening, you'll get an email about the tickets tomorrow, and that it'll be through your student ticket account. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, this last segment's always pretty quick after you talk to Coach there, because I can talk to Coach Mulkey for
she's got 4 national championships,
hours and hours. I think she's unbelievable. I have a bit of a crush in many ways. And I can't wait to watch her crush Saturday night. Guys, get Gordon. Get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan, injury attorney. Speaking of winning, they stay winning on behalf of you, their customers. So you get into an accident, okay, don't let the big insurance companies lean on you and dominate you. Get somebody who's going to fight for you. That's Gordon McKernan. You go to getgordon.com. You can fill out a consult right there. They'll get in touch with you immediately. You can see cases that they handle. You can see past results. You can always just call them at 888-8888 or follow them on social media at GetGordon, where you see a lot of great content about just kind of life, business, how to handle yourself in an accident, and a lot of content with your favorite athletes on the G Team. Hour 2 in the books. Hour 3 next.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
This year. Visit alloutdoorpower.com today.
Craving crawfish? Head on over to Chris's Specialty Foods on Highland. Every Friday night, enjoy Chris's mouth-watering boiled crawfish. Dine in or take out. Fresh, spicy, and delicious. Chris's Specialty Foods on Highland, your Friday night crawfish destination.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Monday, March 18th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77. In hour 3 of today's show, Nick Underhill of NewOrleans.football hops on the show at 9 a.m., and we'll talk some LSU football as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Dude, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. It is Tuesday at 9 a.m., which means it's time to check in with our guy, Nick Underhill. Nick Underskill. Not
He's
true.
overskilled,
He's overskilled, actually.
Okay.
Nick _Underhill on Twitter. NewOrleans.football is the site. I'm a proud subscriber for many years now, damn near. I guess however long the site's been out, really.
Just turned 5.
5 years. Congratulations. I was about to say, I thought 5 years. Congratulations, Nick. 5 years, half a decade, man. It's incredible what y'all have built. I mean, hiring away Mikey T a little bit ago and I guess it was kind of a bit ago than I realize now. The inexorable march of time is funny that way. But the point is, I love this website, and it's the best way to keep up with the New Orleans Saints. So New Orleans on Football, go check it out. Nick, what's up, brother? How we doing here on this Tuesday?
Doing good. Nothing going on with the Saints. You want to just wrap this up?
Nah. It's not like we have an entire free agency or offseason to take care to point to. Well, I mean, okay. So here's that is actually where I wanted to start. It's probably a bad question because it's an incredibly broad question. But with everything's done, what are the high level takeaways about where you think the Saints moves are telling us, like how they feel about the team, right? How they feel about what they have, where they're going, what the goals are. How are you interpreting everything they've done to this point?
Yeah, let me preface this by saying that, like, I think that they should have leaned into the rebuild, and I'm not a tear it down to the studs guy, but I think they should have leaned into, hey, let's make this season a little bit more about eating cap and being a little bit cleaner next season. And there's a huge problem with talking about this team where when you say what you think they're doing, people yell at you as if you're the architect.
Yeah,
of the
if
team.
it's your opinion. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah, so like I'm just analyzing this. I think their moves are very, very, very clearly telling us what they've been telling us with their mouths for the last year, and it's that the injuries were a massive issue and that they were a way better team than they ended up showing in the final record. And look, I think there's two stems to this. The first stem is that there is a logical conclusion that being without all these players matters. Like we wouldn't ever get on here and be like, yeah, they should cut Eric McCoy and Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed and Derek Carr and DeMario Davis, and they would be a better team with a better chance of winning, where they should still win the same amount of games. That's insane analysis. But I think where it loses me is that, okay, everybody's healthy and you win 8 or 9. Like, is that enough? Like, do you just stand on that? Do you go to 8 and 9, and add Justin Reed and hope for the difference? Like, maybe it is. Look, the thing with this is they're going to get a chance to prove it, and they're going to be able to show us they're all wrong. But I just kind of fundamentally disagree with the idea that it was a good enough team last year. And, my whole thing with Derek Carr, going back to the beginning, and regardless if you think Derek was the right move or the wrong move, once he was the move, I think there had to be a second step to this where you go all in around him. Like if you are going to spend $33 million a year, whatever the average was on it, now it's up to 40. But if you're going to do that, if you're going to restructure his contract and you're going to do the path of hanging on to try to win, I want to see you make the moves to put him in a position where he can have the best chance to succeed. Because he's not the guy that's going to take two receivers and make Cedric Wilson a star. He's not that guy. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Drew Brees. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Like, you have to put, the T. Higgins, the Jamar Chase, like, these are the guys that you need to have. Like, you need to have high-level players around Derek Carr for Derek Carr to work. Devontae Adams is a feasible one that you could have went and got. And, I just think at the beginning, at the genesis of this, and I think we're past the point of expiration even. Like, I don't want to see him go all in around him, but if you're going to keep doubling down and that's going to be your choice at the beginning, you have to treat him as if he is a win with quarterback, not a win because quarterback. And I feel like a lot of what they've been doing is the win because, and he's not. He's fine. He's a fine quarterback. He's definitely not as bad as everybody thinks he is, but he's definitely not as good as the construction of this team would suggest he is. And I feel like it's kind of like, we're going to get Derek and just maintain relevance, but not do the thing to thrive. And, it's just, well, if you aren't going to try to thrive, why even try to make the effort to that? It doesn't make sense to me where a lot of stuff kind of feels like it is aimed at just kind of maintaining the relevance and hoping that, a couple of those coin flip games go your way and your grip on relevance tightens a little bit more. But that just feels like a tough way to live. And again, I don't believe in the full out tear down, start over, just burn it to the ground thing. But I do think that there is a, all right, let's avoid the highway here and catch it down here. And when we're, after we fill up and we're set to go. But I just don't necessarily love where they're at right now.
We were talking about it a little bit earlier about where they're at right now, Nick, because, Mel Kiper's got them taking Jackson Dart 9th overall.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing that they've done has shown you that they're going to do that. I mean, they are trying to win now. In their minds, they think they can win now. They're not going to select somebody that's not ready to be a starting quarterback, and we all know that, right? And so that situation, it might be fun to talk about a quarterback. It's not going to happen. And so what is going to happen at number 9? Because, all they've done in free agency is really sign defense and a ton of defensive linemen either coming in or re-signing, restructuring, whatever it might be. So all signs would kind of point to them maybe, hopefully, selecting somebody that can help them on the offensive side of the football that could be a playmaker, be it a running back, be it Tedero McMillan, be it a Warren at the tight end position. Like, in my opinion, they have to give Derek Carr a weapon because he is not going to go out there and win games for you. Like you just mentioned, he needs better personnel around him. Don't they have to go playmaker at 9?
Yeah, I think they do. And I don't see Dart happening there. Sanders, look, I don't think he would happen there, but you get on the board and he's sitting there and weird things can happen, so I'll never say never on that.
Yeah.
I could be eating crow here for what I'm about to say, but, like, just even based on just what I've heard, the grades are on Dart, I don't see it happen. I just don't see it happen. Like grades around the league, I just don't. I would be very surprised.
When you say grades, I'm sorry to interrupt, Nick. When you say grades, explain that a little bit further. Do you mean like round grade, like just like what are they what are league circles saying about where they think he actually should be valued?
Yeah, and again, this is league circles, and when you say league circles, that means that it's not like direct, like it's just gossip, but it's informed gossip, and it's good gossip. And I've historically felt pretty good about the gossip I've heard, but yeah, I just don't think people see him in that range. Scouts that I've talked to that I trust, the people that told me last year, hey, everybody's wrong on Brian Thomas, like he's going to go top 20. Like these are the same people that are telling me that, hey, Dart is not in this range. Like he's not in that range. But someone could see him as a Bo Nix. All it takes is one, and all of a sudden you're a top 15 pick. But I would just be surprised, just kind of, you can marry the sources of your information up with like historical trends within what the Saints have done. And it would just be very, going through the Jeff Ireland dossier like years back, there's a lot of draft picks. Like it would just really, really surprise me. So I got to say no to Mel on that one, but Mel didn't ask me, so that's the pick on there right now.
Go ahead.
To answer Jake's question, though, yeah, it has to be an offensive weapon. Like it has to be an offensive weapon. They've gone all defense.
Mm-hmm.
Ireland was out at Arizona's pro day yesterday. You saw T-Mac up close, so maybe that's a guy there. They did just give Juwan Johnson a really big contract, so I don't know if you're paying him to be tight end too. But I don't know if it makes you bypass Warren at that spot, but I would have definitely said Warren before that pick. After the pick, okay, he's still in the mix, but I don't know that you're selling out for him. Maybe there's a greater need at wide receiver, and if you like both, I know a lot of teams had questions they kind of wanted answered by T-Mac, just through the interview process, just to kind of see what makes him, burn, what's making him tick on the inside, just kind of, sit down, hear it, see what your point of view is, how you feel about the game, all that stuff. And it sounds like a lot of people have been impressed with him, and that's what those meetings are for. So, yeah, I think before I was tentative on saying he'd be in play at 9, but I think he's in play. I think he's in play at that spot.
Yeah, especially if like Genty and Warren are already off the board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, it could be a coin flip too at that point. Sometimes, unfortunately, need dictates action every now and then. And, if they're close, if they're within range of each other, Warren and T-Mac sitting there, maybe you go the receiver because you just missed on Cup.
And you gave Juwan Johnson $30 million.
Yeah. I would really like it to see them just sign a veteran receiver. I like the idea of Keenan Allen at the beginning. I like the idea of Keenan Allen at the end on like a 1-year deal that doesn't cost a ton, probably a little less than Cup got paid. And you just say, you fill that need so you aren't starving when you go into the draft. Like I think that would be a really good move just to open up your options there. And look, I think having like a big dog, veteran, older guy in that room with those younger players, I think that would be a really smart move too, just to kind of have, the guy that's just, he's done it forever. I mean, that's Keenan Allen. Like, that's the guy I would go get. But from what I've heard, the Cup thing was more about the player than feeling like you absolutely had to go out and get a certain type of player.
Oh, my God. They love this roster.
I think that's more about opportunity.
They love this roster. I mean, I just keep going back to the Loomis quote. Just because we went 5-12 doesn't mean we did anything wrong. Like, okay. I mean, I think it's debatable, but sure. Speaking of Mickey, Nick, is this, and I probably know the answer, but is this finally the year where the New Orleans Saints use all of their draft picks? Give us, because I'm sure you have them locked in. Remind us about the amount of drafts in a row that he's traded up, the amount of time he's never traded back. Remind us a bit of Mickey's proclivity for bundling picks to move up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like never. Like they always trade up. There's always going to be a trade up, and part of that is sometimes they come later in the draft, and part of that is okay. We're going to trade up. We're going to get this guy, and then we'll still sign our priority free agents after. And I think in a single year vacuum, that's fine. It's a fine approach. But when you kind of go back and start looking at their draft history, and I'm just talking about the day 3 guys here. When you start going back and looking at their draft history, and you see the lack of picks in those areas, and then you see some of the hits they've had in those areas, like a Caden Ellis, a Will Clapp just came back. Like, those are good depth players. And if you hit on a few of those over the years, you have cheap depth. And then when everybody gets injured, you have Caden Ellis coming into the game, and then Caden Ellis is making plays, and then he leaves and gets a massive contract from someone else because he just provided you with amazing depth, and you got him for free, 7th round. It worked out a hit. But if you aren't making those picks, like, again, in a vacuum, it's fine. Going to trade up, sign the priority free agents. If you do that, once every 4 years, like you're probably cool. You're probably in a great spot, and it's fine. But over time, if you're not making those picks consistently, or you aren't hitting on those picks, but if you're hitting on a few of them now and then, and you're getting your UDFAs, and you have a couple of UDFAs stick, and you have a couple picks from rounds 5 through 7 stick, all of a sudden you're adding 2-3 guys that are NFL caliber backup players to your roster every year, and you're pumping through the depth. But like they haven't done that, and I feel like that's kind of one of the bigger issues with kind of the injury equation is that, okay, yeah, like we can all agree that it's historically bad, but the ability to fill them in probably could have been slightly better. And maybe you get another win somewhere if you have better depth on your team, if your cap's cleaner, if you aren't carrying dead money and you're making more day 3 picks, and you're kind of getting some of that depth. I think some of that is self-inflicted, and I think it can be both things. Like, it was too much to overcome, but the ability to run triage on it just wasn't quite there. Like, the infrastructure hadn't been built to do it. And, I think they need to make those picks this year. Like, trade up once. So,
I agree. Don't trade up. Don't trade up. Don't even put that into the either. No trading up this year. Make every pick.
I'm not going to have like a hard and fast rule, because like something like a great opportunity might be there. Like the next Spencer Rattler might fall to 5, and you're like, you know what? Like we're gonna jump up and get him. Like, cool, fine, do that, whatever. You want to take a shot on that, but like don't trade them all for Adam Troutman, and then trade a future to get back to Tommy
Trout. You said there's a name I have not heard in a long time.
Yeah, those are the moves. Those are the moves that I think kind of set you back a little bit.
Hey, Nick, I do want to ask you about one position that we hadn't really got into, and that's the running back position. That's obviously the most important position on the field. We all know that.
Yep.
So AK looked, much better last year. Looked like him, his true self, and looks like he can be such a focal part of the offense still. But what does it look like behind him? Right, you've got Miller, who's had, so many weird moments already in his NFL career, not being available, not being on the field, kind of disagreeing with the head coach there. Yeah. You've got Jordan Mims, who's somebody that is exciting. Undrafted free agent guy that's shown flashes. You signed Clyde to another deal here. Like, what does it look like? And do you think they maybe look at the running back position in the draft, or do they like this group to move forward?
I think they have to add another one. I think it's almost like a must. I just don't, I don't feel great about any of those other guys. Like, I don't think you can treat Kendra like he's anything at this point. If he surprises you, he surprises you.
Yeah.
They decided Belis Jones, who had been a wide receiver, transitioned to running back. They see him as a running back. I don't think he makes the team. So I think you need like another serious option there just to get the pipeline going. Like even if it's just, just to get someone in here so that you have a transition plan at some point. Well, providing Alvin can still be the number one, but you get someone behind him, and if he's good enough, you got a duo. If not, like you still have good depth. But I think there has to be another answer there, and just where Alvin's crossing that 30 threshold, like it's okay, I think, to count on him still, but you have to have a serious insurance policy there, just because reality tells you that he's going to miss some time at some point. He missed some games last year. Played through everything, but at a certain point, like that accumulation of things kind of takes you off the road every now and then. And I think you just have to be realistically prepared for that. And if you aren't, I mean, it just would feel like poor planning.
So with that in mind, quick one here, because we've kept you long already, Nick, as we're wont to do. If Genty's on the board, is he just number one with a bullet? Like, is there anybody that could be on there that you would take instead of Genty? I would have to. I would like me as I would take him. Like I would take him. I would have to. I think he's special. I think he's different. I think he's someone that you can kind of build your team around. The league's transitioning back toward it, and I think it's. Look, if I was running a team, I would spend all my money on the offensive line. Like that's just what I would do. But I don't see a guy there that you can take at 9. I mean, Will Campbell might be there, but if this is my staff and how they're building it, like they just wouldn't put Will Campbell at I'm not. He's not a tackle in Jeff Ireland's historical draft trends. I'm not drafting a guard at 9. Yeah. So I think Genty would be my guy. And look, secondly, even if I'm just building a team and Fuaga's my other tackle, I don't want 2 tackles with short arms. Like I don't want 2 exceptions on the ends. Like I need one guy with like prototype size. And I think Will Campbell has a chance to probably be an extremely good NFL player. It's just for this system, I don't want 2 guys that you have to bend the rules for. And I bet my rules last year, so I don't know that I could do it this year. But I think he has a chance to be a franchise cornerstone type player for somebody somewhere. And it is a question though if it's tackle or guard. And taking a guard at 9 is rich when you have that many needs. Nick Underhill, Nick_Underhill on Twitter, guys. New Orleans on Football's a site. I mean, just great pieces all over the place. Keeps you up to date with everything that's going on for the draft, free agency, everything else. Nick, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, fellas, take it easy.
And it's podcasts, videos, all of it. It's great.
We have too much time in between the last game in college football until the NFL draft. We've given ourselves too much time. There's too much time.
A lot of talking, isn't it?
To have all these different takes. The takes start turning themselves into something different. Like, you finish your season, go play in the Senior Bowl, go work out for 2 weeks for the Combine, go to your pro day, and let's have the draft.
Or don't if you're Cam Scatterman.
Let's have it March 20th. Yeah, Cam. I don't know what we're doing there. Let's have it March 20th. Because some players, and I saw some guy on Todd McShay's show yesterday, and I'm not trying to, I just don't remember who it was, so I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but he's like, Will Campbell scares the blank out of me. And he's like, the tape's good, but there's the arms, and then like everybody tells me he's this, and the tape's good, but it's not like this. And I'm like, dude, you're playing both sides of this, and you're trying not to have a wrong opinion. You haven't really given a real opinion yet.
Exactly.
It's like,
take a shot, nerd.
There's too much time. We overthink this thing. It's like, okay, you turn on the tape. Did Will Campbell play in the best league in college football at an elite level at tackle?
He was dominant.
He did.
In pass block.
Right? Did his arms really affect him? No, because he's a puncher. He's not a grabber.
Yeah.
So also, if you're going to use the short arm stuff, we'll go back and know the difference. And we talked about it, a month ago? Andrew Whitworth, grabber.
Yeah.
Right? Not a puncher. Will Campbell's a puncher. So, that changes things. It's a different technique, and I'm sure Will's done that because of his arm length. That's what he's learned. That's how he became an elite pass protector. And so there's so much time in between.
For his feet, not his arms.
Yeah, there's so much time in the process, T. This guy's like, you can't kick him down to guard. Look how high he is. He's like, dude, he just ran a sub-5. He's athletic enough. That's his stance at tackle. Who's to say he can't have a different stance at guard? It's just, I think it's because we have
Overthinking
so
it.
much time, T-Bob, that we just overthink it. We talk ourselves into good or bad narratives, whatever it might be. Let's move this thing up to March.
You're right. I've always said it with draft process. It's the ultimate realization of that leave no stone unturned idea. Like we just keep talking, so eventually every take gets made. Like we did a segment on Jackson Dart getting drafted 9 today to the Saints.
Yeah.
Way to go, Taylor. I hope you're happy. Speaking of, coming up next, we got a Tay-Tay NFL story of the day. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
pointed a finger at me. Said I'm a whiskey drinking, cowboy chasing, hell of a time. I like Kenny, Keith, Allen, and Patsy Cline.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I'll play something country.
Come on now. This makes me want to line dance pretty hard right here, Paul. It actually makes me want to do some good old country grinding. Churn some butter.
Play something country.
It makes me want to ride a mechanical bull.
Hell yeah. It just makes me want to do
something country.
Country ass party.
Yeah.
You know? Some country ass party.
Like with my hand in the air going like this.
Yeah, hardcore, just get drunk.
Yeah.
Real drunk. I saw videos of country girls twerking yesterday.
Okay.
Which is pretty interesting, like twerking and line dancing combined.
Oh.
It's pretty hot.
That Luke Bryan song?
I was about to say, T-Bob's like, I saw one video that turned into 5.
No, it was one video, but this girl did like a wink at the camera at the beginning.
He's like, it was a 3-hour video. It just kept replaying.
Shout out to all the country twerkers out there. It's a small but growing community. Look to be a part of it. Actually, that's something I've never done that I would love to do.
What, line dancing?
Yeah, is go to
Wait.
yeah.
So, do you know any line dances?
No.
Do you know? You don't know Footloose? Copperhead Road?
Oh yeah, I could do the dun 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 dun.
You know Copperhead Road?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite one. When Copperhead Road comes on somewhere, I'm out there line dancing.
I would love to.
I love Copperhead Road. I'll teach you Copperhead Road.
Where do they do line dancing here?
I don't know.
Is that like mainly a Texas thing? Or no?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I'm sure they got it going up in 318 and whatnot. I just think it'd be very fun because boots
great dancing
are
shoes.
underrated, awesome to dance in.
Yeah.
Right?
Great dancing
I mean,
shoes.
so slick and not like slippery, but I don't know how do you explain that, right? When a dancing shoe, it's not slippery, but you can slide.
Yeah.
You can move in it.
Helps you move across the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big old heel.
I love line dancing.
When we were at Disney, we went and ate at some Irish pub at Disney Springs, and they had Irish dancers, and that was really interesting to see live. I've never seen that before. Some really intense tapping. When we were growing up, probably before, I don't know if this phenomenon was still around, but Jake, you probably remember it. All the old Riverdance commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Riverdance was big there for a little bit.
Riverdance took over the world for a minute. Everybody just wanted to go watch.
River dancing?
I believe it's Irish river dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know how. Maybe it was in New York. I don't know if it was I don't know what exactly it was, but I feel like Riverdance was a massive pop culture phenomenon there back in the late 90s, early 2000s for a bit.
Someone said the Texas Club. I don't think the Texas Club is open unless somebody's playing there.
I was wondering, do they do line dancing there?
It
used to be, but I think now they only open for shows.
Well, you would know.
I think that's accurate.
It doesn't sound like you know.
I'm more than sure.
Does T-Bob know the difference between Irish and Scottish? Not entirely. I know how different the accents sound. I have no idea geographically what's different.
God.
They both wear kilts, right? Just different versions?
Yes.
Maybe the Scots call them tartans or something like that. I know like a Scottish brogue, I think, is a little more down here, something like this. And then you have the Irish lilt, which is a little more along these lines, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cillian Murphy versus James McAvoy. Those are the two different ones.
So, oh man, I don't think I know who's who in that equation. Let me think. I'm going to go McAvoy Scottish.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, thank God.
I
was
think
nervous
Killian's
about that.
Irish.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Ireland's a separate island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like Scotland's at the top, and then Ireland's
They're islands? I've been to Scotland.
So Scotland's above.
I did not know it was an island. I knew it had coasts.
It's so it's like
it was like the coast.
There's just a line. So it's kind of like Canada and America. Scotland is kind of like Canada and America, where like
they're connected.
Yeah, and then Ireland is off to the west.
Yeah. Y'all's geography kills me sometimes.
I agree.
Slowly.
Y'all's geography's
and I'm talking mainly to you.
Y'all got to get what? I thought we were berating the young people back there.
Wait, I just
told you. She knew what it was.
Whatever, dude. Scotland's north of England on the Big Island. Yep, that's right.
Scotland,
that's right.
England, Wales.
Wales.
Where's Dolphins?
The other side.
They're in the
Dolphin Island's on the way to Mobile.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Scotland's not an island. Thank you. I didn't think so. Y'all were confusing me for a second there.
We never said it was an island. You
said
did.
that.
Okay.
We said
I told you
Ireland
it
was
wasn't
an
island.
All right.
And North Ireland is its own country, or no?
I might have just.
Is it like a West Virginia?
I just got an update that not only have you been to Scotland, but you spent a whole week driving around in Scotland.
Yeah, we did. A lot. We road tripped throughout the entirety of Scotland.
That sounds fun. Sounds fun.
It sounds fun.
I
But
might
it's
have also
insane.
got some information that you were too worried about doing slow-mo videos the whole time.
Do you want me to show you
I
my
wanna
sick
see
ass,
this
my
video.
sick
I
ass
actually
Scottish
really
video
do.
that I made?
Yes, 100% I do.
So they were all clowning me because, like, we planned a trip where instead of actually sitting down anywhere, we just drove 24/7, which was cool, but it was a lot of driving. But I set the camera up in the front of the car with time lapse on, and I made some incredible time lapses. Thank you very much.
I love a time lapse.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love
Thank
a
you.
little vlog.
If T-Bob
But
were
this
around
is
for
just reminding me of Just Married.
if T-Bob were around for Viking times, he would 100% go to Greenland. True.
Yeah.
I heard so Chaps from Barstool. I don't know. He does these.
They just keep making up people.
Yeah. Well, he's been around
I've
forever.
never
He's like
heard of
he
Chaps.
was no. He's been around forever. He was one of
Okay.
the OG. He was like he's one of the military veterans. He was on the Zero Blog 30, their military podcast. One of their first big ones, I'm pretty sure, back in the day. He's a really good dude. But he has this new video series where I don't know what the show he's promoting is, but he asks people like trivia about the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen
Yes,
him.
I've
Yeah.
been wanting to do this to you.
Okay, so do you
Yeah.
know the one country without mosquitoes?
No, tell me.
How about that? Isn't that interesting? One country without mosquitoes.
What is it?
I think it was Iceland.
I would assume
That would make sense.
Iceland would have been
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was
probably
that
my
would make
guess.
sense.
Yeah.
That's cool. Not have mosquitoes.
Wait, is it
Iceland
Iceland or
looks-
Greenland? Greenland's the ice one, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
Iceland's
so
That's
it's
what
weird
Mighty
they got
Ducks
them
2
back.
taught me.
Yeah, it's weird. They got
The
them
Mighty
back.
Ducks
Yeah.
2 said.
Yeah.
Iceland's also icy though, right? But just it's like habitable, where Greenland like is kind of not.
Yeah.
Never forget in Reykjavik. That's of course where
Did you go there?
Bobby Fischer beat Boris Spassky back in the day, the most famous chess match that has ever been played. Bobby Fischer would later become a fugitive on the run from the American government, I believe, as well as the Japanese government, and would end up settling in Reykjavik, where they went to extradite him. So
I
the
watched
more you know.
a Real Housewives of Orange County episode where they went there and they were eating fermented shark.
Oh, really?
And I was like, that is disgusting.
Doesn't sound great to me,
Why
but
not
I'd
just
try it.
regular
Also, the
shrimp?
sun was up the entire time.
Oh, they weren't. They were in Iceland. You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
T-Bob, I want to. Just real quick, I want to give.
Okay.
I want to give a couple of countries, and you tell me if they're landlocked or not.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay. Austria.
Yes.
Okay. Well done. Slovakia.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Poland.
I should know this from World War II. I thought Germany was landlocked.
You did.
They invaded Poland right away. I'm going to say no. Poland has a coast.
It's on the coast.
Look at that.
Let's
3 for 3,
go.
guys.
Let's go Denmark.
No, the Danes, they're seafaring people.
So what's your answer?
Not landlocked.
4 for 4.
Let's go.
Lithuania.
Got to be landlocked. It's
Yeah.
all vampires and mountains.
That's not. It's
Yeah.
on the coast.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm shocked.
Croatia.
Not landlocked because that's where they did King's Landing.
Oh, I should have known
And,
that. Yeah.
but also, if I actually, this is the one bit of map lore that I know. It is effed up what they did to Serbia because they basically just took all the coast and like cut Serbia out from the coast. Like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
They
It's
did.
beautiful
I mean,
country, like,
they
what?
really did. And when you look at the map, it's really jacked up.
Yeah, they were just like, no. We're gonna take this. You can have all, but we're gonna get all this right here.
Bulgaria.
I mean, that sounds landlocked.
That's on the coast.
Yeah.
Much better than I thought you would do, though.
Hey, I was like, what?
Great
4
job.
for 6?
4
5
for
for
6,
7?
I believe, yeah.
Go. Look at our guy go. I'm
That's it.
taking off, boys.
That's the 80%. It's a B.
Hell yeah.
I actually don't know if that's true.
So Moffitt used to say D.
In college, it is.
Yeah.
D for degree.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, when we
I
were
think
growing
it's
up,
C's get degrees.
the grades were much harder to get. Like when I was growing up at first, an A was like a 94 or above, right?
Yeah.
A B was like mid 80s, and then somewhere it just became 60, 70, 80, 90.
I thought it was like 90 to 100 was A.
Send that to the group.
The time lapse that I'm watching
I
right
need this
now.
time lapse.
I'm watching this large human being on this swing with this nice little Scottish hat on and a scarf.
My wife's also texting me and calling me an idiot. Whatever. Screw y'all, dude.
Oh man.
Anyway,
I feel like you made this whole trip just based off what I've gathered here. You made this trip more about the videos and the time lapse and actually enjoying the trip.
Did not see anything. He could not tell you where anything is.
No, we went to the Isle of Skye.
Mm.
Anyway,
But you had a good time though.
It was a
you
beautiful
had a good
country.
time.
It was
Yeah.
a beautiful country
Yeah,
for sure.
and Caitlin's just like, all right, bro.
It's like if you take one more damn
It's a
video.
beautiful country. All right. Tay NFL story of the day next.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Yeah, see, look at this. Nookie says 80 was a D in his high school. 74
What?
was an F. That's how we used to be a country.
Huh?
Yeah, and then we started giving out participation trophies,
Man,
right?
80 was like
Right, Alondra?
It was like a C, probably. At
Lost our
Evangel.
way.
Yeah, I agree.
You know who didn't lose their way? All-Star Toyota.
I didn't go to Evangel to play school though.
Did not go to Evangel to play school, that's for sure. What?
Why don't you being honest?
He's like, that's for sure.
I mean, it's
Like,
true.
you
They're a
definitely didn't go to
powerhouse,
school,
dude.
Jake.
I accused
learned
John
nothing
Curtis of that back in the day when I first started my radio career, and they called the station and got all upset. I'm like,
Did they really?
yeah. I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Not, whatever. Go to All-Star
I've
Toyota.
met Jason Spadoni before.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com today.
Love you,
Remember, you
J-Spot.
mentioned OTB at the service center. You get $250 towards that deductible. Holla.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, We know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, where the takes are hot and the sports talk is questionable.
Alondra, have you ever seen the clip of George Strait? He's singing a Brooks and Dunn cover.
Yeah, he's
Boots Scoot
I think
Boogie,
it's Boots
right?
Scoot Boogie, yeah.
And like Kix Brooks
killing.
can't sit still.
Yeah.
He's like, he's got the harmonica. He's like, I'm not going to allow this opportunity to pass me by.
He starts like shredding the harmonica.
Yeah, he can't help it.
Yeah, it's so.
Like,
I
it's in
think it
his
was
bones.
at some sort of award show.
Yeah, I think they probably
it
got
was
like a
the
Lifetime
CMAs.
Achievement
Yeah.
Award, and gotta be pretty cool for King George to be covering your song in front of you. Yeah.
I can't imagine. The legend.
Yeah.
And he was wearing like these cute little glasses.
Yeah. Look, Father Time comes for us all.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you looking for the video still?
I wish I could find it.
I'm
Did
getting
you
some
post it?
great pictures and videos from Caitlin. One in which you're in a phone booth that you can actually pay for the phone booth with a credit card. And if you have to pay for a phone call with a credit card, it just feels like a lot.
Yeah.
But the human inside the phone booth, which allegedly is you, doesn't look like he's related to you, not even a distant cousin to you from what
Hell
you
yeah.
look like right now.
Hell yeah, Bo. I'm going to find it eventually. All right, let's, though, go to a little today NFL story of the day.
It's time for Tay Tay's NFL Story of the Day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
So as far as NFL free agency goes, there's kind of a little quarterback standstill, if you will. So it really seems like Aaron Rodgers wants to go to the Minnesota Vikings.
What is going on there?
And they have not told him no yet, but they haven't exactly told him yes. The Pittsburgh Steelers have made no bones about it that they want Aaron Rodgers instead of Russell Wilson. He doesn't want them. Russ wants to go back to Pittsburgh, but Cleveland really wants Russell Wilson. And while the New York Giants are set to draft a quarterback, T-Bob, bad news for you, bud.
What?
The New York Giants have reached out to one quarterback, Jameis Winston. They have brought him in for a visit recently. So
finally,
it seems
New
like,
York is taking football seriously again.
Yeah, we can go with that. They're interviewing Jameis Winston. So they brought in Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and Joe Flacco. What a trio. What a trio. And they're trying to add Winston, including one of the quarterbacks they add, whoever is at 3, whether it's Ward, who seems like he's going to the Titans now, or more than likely Shedeur Sanders. But look, all these other teams are waiting around, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, but New York said, nope, we got our guy. Looks like it might be Jameis Winston. So T-Bob's all-time favorite Saints quarterback might be off the market.
What are the Giants doing?
What the Giants do.
But it's just
That's
so
what the
funny.
Giants
It's just
do.
so funny to me.
Again, they're doing what I wanted the Saints to do. They're
Yeah.
going to have the Jameis experience. They're going to have fun. They're going to lose. They're going to draft a quarterback.
Okay, but how about this though? Like we can laugh at the Giants for bringing in those 3 quarterbacks, right? But let's say Minnesota does decide that JJ's not ready. They want to bring in Aaron Rodgers for a year, okay? Russell Wilson finally decides, I don't want to go to Pittsburgh because they didn't want me. I'm signing with Cleveland. Pittsburgh's going to the prom without a date at that point. They rolling with Mason Rudolph in 2025. So it's like we can laugh at the Giants all they want. Pittsburgh is playing with fire right now with this Aaron Rodgers situation.
Yeah,
just re-sign Russ, run it back.
You couldn't get Donner or Blitzen? What about Comet or Cupid? Bums.
I mean, Rudolph was the main one, so.
What?
Rudolph was the main one, so he's the star of the show.
Rudolph was a situational player. Okay? If it
You know
wasn't
what?
Foggy,
to your point,
he would have never gotten an opportunity.
He never would have gotten the opportunity. And also, like, what did he do after that?
I mean, you know.
Did we ever hear of Rudolph after that night?
No, because they had to retire him because, you know, you can't be having Santa getting spotted everywhere because of his stupid glowing red nose.
You might be onto something.
He's a one-trick pony. One-trick reindeer, I suppose. But you get the point. I don't know what noise reindeer make. I assume it's
probably
pretty hoarse. Actually, I think it's a middle
Probably
of like
deer, yeah.
like a moose.
Yeah, because they're more reindeer than horse. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to do with horses.
I don't think so either. I would say they're probably more cow, too.
I bet you both their knees bend in the same way.
I mean, yeah, but okay.
Different than our knees.
You've been talking about being on your knees a lot
You
today, Bo.
have.
You said you had brittle ones earlier.
I do. Well, actually, my knees are pretty good. My shoulder's brittle. Arthritis.
Oh, how'd the appointment go?
MRI went great. I'm doing the results on Wednesday.
Okay. So how did it go great if you don't know the results?
I've been taking advantage of the wonderful Oshner walk-in clinic over there at Elite Training, right there off of Burbank.
It's a full orthopedic clinic.
It's crazy.
On campus at Elite.
It's beautiful. Beautiful, guys.
Also PT. Cryo chamber.
Yeah. So we'll see.
You know what? It is funny though. I think it was yesterday. I just I just wasn't feeling it. Like just didn't feel great. The drive to Shreveport in one day kind of got me a little bit, and I was just like, I want to go to Elite and just sleep in the sauna.
Hell yeah.
You know, nothing makes me feel better than just sweating it out.
Yeah.
What a great resource.
I love a sauna.
All right. Closing on the show next.
Off the bench.
Go to TrashRangers.com and make the switch today. TrashRangers.com. Go with the local guys who give a damn, who have 1,000 5-star reviews. You see the red cans popping up around your neighborhood. That's because people are making the switch. Look, if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you get to make a choice. You're not forced into your residential pickup. You should choose Trash Rangers. It's cheaper. It's better. It's more efficient. It's more reliable. They text you the night before it's your day to put out your trash. If you're a business owner, you also get to choose no matter where you're listening. And we can handle whatever your business is at Trash Rangers. Being a business ourselves, we understand the flexible needs. So you need front-load dumpsters emptied anywhere from 1 to 6 days a week. Giant roll-off dumpsters for any size project. We got you at Trash Rangers.
Yeah, go to the website. You can sign up for everything T-Bob mentioned right there on the website, on the homepage. Also, 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters to choose from. So whatever your project is at your home, at your business, they're going to make sure that you have the right size dumpster on your project. Go to the website today, trashrangers.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac. Our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
Out in the country past the city limit sign where there's a honky-tonk.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Shout out Central Plumbing, 925-8552. Turn it up. Cowboys go on a biscuit and plumbing. That's right, Central Plumbing, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. Go there today for all your plumbing needs. They've been at it for 50 years. You ain't going to hit them with anything they don't know how to solve. If you're a business, they got you. Residential, they got you. Old house, new house, red house, blue house. When anything goes wrong with your poo house, call Central Plumbing. 24/7 emergency service, flat rate pricing, light spawn insured employees. OTB OGs, the only one left that's been here the entire time. Man, I miss wearing a scarf.
You can still do it, though.
Not there in these parts, bro.
In this room, you can.
True.
You could have yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Thank God Jake had that jacket, dude. I would have been cooked.
Well, to be fair to T-Bob, it was kind of thrown on us last minute that we were going to be out there.
Well, no, that part, but like you knew it was cold.
Ask the bench.
Kind of, yes. But to be fair again, he thought he was coming here.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't know
that is true. That is true.
Ask the bench. Does the SEC go 14-14 in the first round? No. What?
No.
Looking at me.
No teams really separated themselves.
Do you miss riding in the back seat of the car like you did when you were a kid?
No.
In the back.
Hated the back seat.
Bed of the truck.
I just miss riding in the old cars where the back seat faced backwards.
Yeah, or like they faced each other.
Or like it was like
or
like
if you got in a single cab truck, it was like the side seat.
Yeah.
Oh, the single cab.
That's what I'm saying, and like
Oof.
you're like facing each other. Yeah.
I remember being on
my dad.
Terry Bradshaw Passway in Shreveport, 3132, and we definitely in the back of that truck going 65, 70.
You're just shot like a rocket.
Yeah.
Right out of there.
We didn't even think about it, though. It wasn't even a...
Right.
Yeah.
We used to cross the bridge in Corpus in the back, like in the bed of the truck, but my dad used to buckle me and my brother in the front seat, and like I was in the front seat and just like put the seatbelt over both of us.
Hell yeah.
The good old days.
Happy 318 day to all those who celebrate 31831. Great. We'll see you tomorrow for some more OTB.
Off the bench.
Your Goodwood.com guide, Goodwood Men Sexual Wellness. I'm very excited. I think I'm looking at a little service from Goodwood. I can't talk about it yet, but it will soon. So stay tuned here. But remember, like I tell you every day here in 25, we are taking back control of our libido, of our potential, and we're reaching our full potential. Okay, if you're suffering from ED, you don't have to be. So break the cycle. Go into Goodwood today, get that consultation. Maybe it's HRT, maybe it's some ED meds, maybe you want to explore some penile enhancement. There's plenty available to make sure that you feel your best. Fight the aging process with your friends at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
Yeah, and you can book that consultation right there on the homepage of their website. That is yourgoodwood.com. But so many different things that they can do for you, but you won't know until you get that consultation booked and ready to go. So again, schedule today at yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence.